You are listening to the decision reel.
Thanks for tuning into the Decision Reel, where we try to review movies of today and yesterday, but as always, it descends into madness. I'm your host, Steve. With me as I try to steer the sinking ship. This week, we got Wally.
It doesn't fail, Steve. We successfully review movies every time we fucking come in here. Don't you dare.
But do we though?
What happens is we have entertaining tangents we go on.
So we go off the reels, if you will.
Yeah. Oh, I like what you did there.
Oh, you like that?
I like what you did there.
A little double entendre, a little play on words. Anyways, we also got Randy with us over Discord.
Remotely reviewing this movie.
Hold on.
You need to take a fucking nap, dude.
Yeah, you're looking a little spry. And he
I'm
goes,
a little tired.
What
Yes.
is that word? Did you see him connect the dots there?
Gears,
like,
yeah.
what's spry?
Spry.
Maybe the context clues of me looking tired might.
An Asian person trying to say spy.
I look like you.
There you go. I look tired all the time. You want to know why?
Yeah.
Because I am.
Yeah, we all are. We're old and adults. We're tired as fuck.
Tired as fuck. Anyways, this week we're looking at a movie that I picked. Ernest Saves Christmas, because it is that time of year.
Correct.
It's jolly. Shut the
So
fuck
good.
up. It's the
So
jolly time of the year. It's the time where we bring the tinsel out, where we bring the nice lights, the jingle bells, if you will,
Yeah.
and the Ernests.
Yeah. Dude, this is era specific. Randall, I know why you don't like it is because it's like you never had an opportunity to watch movies like this. These were non-existent when you were a baby in fucking 2017.
Look at that straight eye. He's
That's
like,
why
you
he's like,
fucking,
yeah,
you fucking
yeah.
piece of shit. I know.
When was this? When did this come out?
So
90s?
This
Early
movie came
90s?
out in 1988.
88. The year we were born.
What a great year.
The year we were born.
Also, another movie that came out,
Year
which
of
is
the
a Christmas
Dragon.
movie, by the way. Die Hard came out this year, too.
There we go.
Actually, Bruce Willis said that it's not a Christmas movie.
He said it's a Bruce Willis movie. Same fucking thing.
It's not his decision
No.
to make.
It's
for
the
one.
writer's decision, and he says
well, I
it
feel like
is a
it's
Christmas
pretty
movie.
much one of his
No.
decisions. to make.
He's
Like,
being
No,
paid.
not at all. Not
He's
even
being
so.
paid to partake in this movie. The writer who made it, who penned the script, the director who shot all the scenes, who put Christmas in, says it's a Christmas movie.
This is definitely a Christmas movie.
No way.
This is 100%
A movie that has Santa Claus in it.
The reason this is better than Elf is because it's not following some mildly autistic character throughout the whole thing.
Hold on.
There's like 7 different forms
Well,
of character development.
I would very
in this.
much beg to differ on
Well,
that
maybe a little bit, but
How about
not
this?
in the same way.
It's
They're
a
not-
more likable autistic person.
yeah. Well,
it's
I
not.
think this is more just a character. He's just more of a character.
Yeah.
I don't think he's deficient.
Maybe
Anyway.
okay. He's not special in any way besides he's
Yeah,
just
he's just
a
fucking-
backwoods
Exactly. He's
Like-
happy as shit all the time.
burn. You know. See,
so good.
we're geeking right now, and
It's
Randy's
so
just like,
good.
"This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen."
Here, I gotta-
It's because
Hold on.
you didn't grow up with the Ernest fucking fad, man. This was a thing in the early like 90s.
Randall, what is slapstick? Do you know what that is?
It's like a slapstick comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that? Define it.
Yeah. I don't
All right,
know
what's
how
your
to define
favorite
that. Do I
slap?
look like a dictionary?
What's your favorite slapstick? I'm just going through my thing. What's your favorite slapstick movie, or one you would consider a slapstick comedy, or maybe even a comedian or an actor?
I don't even know.
I'm just seeing if you like any of them.
Right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Laura
maybe
Hardy.
this,
Name like 2 more.
Chris Farley.
Yeah. That's slapstick. I mean, Jim
Yeah,
Carrey
like
in his
this.
early roles would
yeah,
be slapstick.
Yeah.
The Three
was
Stooges.
huge. Yeah,
Three
like-
Stooges is the biggest slapstick comedies.
They're in everything. You get the lampoons, like all of them.
Yeah.
All those movies from that era had at least a little bit of like ass kicking humor. You know?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Lampoons. I like that. Like National Lampoons, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, that one's not bad.
Okay.
But this one is just, I don't know.
So you didn't like the message in the movie or the heartfeltness throughout the movie or the fact that this man is trying to keep Christmas going and he's been trying so hard and he loves being Santa Claus that
I
he's
almost like this
he's
more than
stuck.
Tim
Yeah,
Allen
so
movies.
like
That's
so
what I'm
cool
saying.
Message,
I
but,
like-
he fucking sucks.
Hold on. Let me finish this because
This
this
is
is important, right? The story
It's
is
actually making me mad that he's
right. Hold on. The story about this is that like Santa Claus he loves being Santa so long. Seth is his real name, right?
Sure,
he
yeah,
loves
You
being
just-
Santa
What's
so
this movie
long.
about?
That's what I'm trying. Hold on. I'm gonna get to it,
That's
right?
saving fucking Christmas.
Exactly.
Fucking Scrooge.
Fucking put some coal in your stocking. Anyways, but he loves being Santa Claus so much that he doesn't want to give it up, and he's gone so long that he's having to write notes to remember, and he's even like, that's not right. I can't do this to the world, the children. And that's so fucking like in a movie like
It's
this.
so good. It's so wholesome.
Right.
It's like the most wholesome thing
So
ever.
he finds the most wholesome guy he knows
to replace.
to replace
and he's been
him.
watching him since he was a little kid.
Yeah.
And then the main
creepy,
character, surprisingly enough, isn't even either of these
Right.
individuals. It's
It's-
just some fucking sidebar shit, which is completely earnest.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he just comes by, saves the day.
Yeah.
And then he gets to fucking steer the sled at the end, which
It's
is
amazing.
also very heartfelt.
Air brakes. There's not a part in this movie that I don't just like geek and like laugh about. Like it's just like, oh god,
I
this
didn't
is
laugh
stupid.
a single fucking
You-
time.
Fuck you.
You
You are
are
lying.
ridiculous.
You're lying. So there's a part in this
Not even
movie
once.
where they dump the snakes in, right? And
You're
he's like,
racist.
you're the snake wrangler. And he's like, yeah, I'm the snake wrangler, right? And they throw him in there, and he's like, oh shit! And then the next scene, Santa's standing outside the truck talking to him, right? Like having a serious conversation. He's in the back of the truck throwing snakes out left and right. That has me in stitches.
The funny thing about this, right? If Steve, if you and I were to put up like, Elf versus Ernest Saves Christmas, we would get fucking trampled on. I think we would get trampled on by all these fucking dipshits.
I think we would get
Sorry,
trampled on. No. I think
it
it's
baffles me how fucking dumb both of you are for thinking that this movie is better than Elf.
no. We're gonna
I
put
think
a
you guys
Twitter
were
poll
smart.
up.
Yeah, I think
We're-
if you actively watch these back to back, I think this one, for most people, would probably even stand more of a chance after they watch it later on. Because before we got to this, I'll let you talk in a second, Steve. But before last week when Steve brought this up, and I was like, I thought this was like a deep cult movie for me. So I thought it was going to be like one of those things where I'm going to watch it again. And I'm going to go, okay, I know why I love this, but I don't really know why everyone else loves this.
Right.
And I got far into it. I was like, this is a good movie. This is not a bad movie. This
And
is
it's-
not just because of me. It's
Right. And
it
there's
could be because of the comedy, because of the era, but
I mean, the comedy's great, and it kind of holds up.
it's good.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no part where I'm like, obviously, it's not made for older people.
I think this is him too. I think this was like the biggest one that he did.
This was the biggest. It made the most money out of the Ernest
it felt like
movies.
the most well-rounded too when it came. A lot of those other ones feel a little scatterbrained. This one felt pretty
Yeah,
good.
I mean, I really like Ernest Rides Again because it's so stupid
Oh yeah,
with the fucking the cannon that they find.
yeah. It's been so long since I've seen that. One's been even longer.
But that's got more Ernest shit in it. Like, so this movie isn't an Ernest movie, really. You know what I mean? Like, he's just in it saving the day. Like, he saves Christmas, right? But there's not a lot of slapstick like there normally is in Ernest movies. Like,
When he's
Ernest goes
fucking
to jail or...
The cab in the beginning, he's pulling the guy out.
yeah.
And the guy's like,
That's hilarious. So that's Ernest, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then it kind of goes away. And I like that, though, because the movie, I think, would suffer if it was just Ernest all the time throughout it without the
I wonder if
the
he would have
heartfelt.
hated it more. Probably.
Randall, I don't know. I think he would have probably then been like, all right, I get it. You know, like maybe it didn't have enough Ernest over the topness to make
he
it.
sounds like he hates Ernest. Like you
That's
don't
probably
like
what it
Ernest,
is.
right?
I
Randall?
don't like Ernest. Not at
Yeah,
all,
I was about to say
not
that's what he
even close.
sounds like.
So you didn't laugh when he puts the what's her name? When he's the old lady and he puts the fucking neck brace on. He wants my son, and like it's the funniest shit ever. And he used to be in commercials back in the '90s as that character. And like, I don't know. Again, nostalgia, sure, but
I don't know. I'm trying to look at it through his eyes. I thought it was still good.
I can't look at it through his eyes.
It
I tried.
probably a lot of the like during the movie, it felt like it needed to be like a cartoon. And I
Sure.
think if it was a cartoon, it might have been a little bit better.
It
But
was
having this
cartoonesque. It was
dumbass-
100% cartoonesque. There's characters doing cartoonesque shit.
Well, and that's
like
Ernest.
the
though.
warehouse guys, or
Yeah,
like
oh yeah.
the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
cartoon
that's
shit.
one thing that I fucking hated that.
Oh, that was
I hated it
hilarious.
so
This
much
might have been
because it was a
cringy for
real
him, do you
person
think?
who was just moving his fucking eyes back and forth. Cool.
Maybe it was like cringe acting
Why?
for him because he's not used to it. Or
I
something
think
like
that's
that.
what it might be. Is you're on that cusp of when technology
Better
took
acting?
no,
Better
no, no,
movies?
no, 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 no. You're on the cusp of when technology took over and they started making better, like, I don't want to say better movies,
Better
but better
movies? No,
produced.
you had it right.
This movie's not bad. This movie's not bad. What I'm trying to say is, after like the
Look, I almost
80s,
teared up in this watching it. I was getting close.
look,
I had that tingle in my nose right before you like. I was like, no, don't do it.
don't do it. I'm a man.
When that girl comes up and was like, hugs the exiting Santa Claus.
Yeah,
And was like,
It's-
it's okay.
yeah,
She was like, I have a little bit of doubt. I was like, oh, that's so real.
yeah. Well, and even like the
It's so
girl,
not real, but
so even when the girl is saying, or Santa Claus is saying to the girl, like, don't you know a family, you know, some parents did all this and like left you and weren't paying attention and maybe they should have.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I don't know anybody like that. And you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
feel
yeah.
it, right?
yeah.
And then she does the thing where she steals the sack, right?
Yeah,
Where's
yeah.
your sack? And she brings
Which
it back at
also,
the end.
There's some play on words there that
Oh,
I think
yeah,
was
yeah,
written
yeah.
in
Oh my
there
God,
that they
come
didn't
on,
acknowledge in the movie. But yeah,
But then at the end, when she finally like she's looking at that kid, and then she kind of says like, "Oh no, this is Santa's sack." Like, and she's like, well, "Why do you have it?" And she realizes she's like, "Oh, I fucked up."
yeah.
Right? It's not about me.
Yeah.
It's about everybody. Like,
And
there's
then
a
she
wholesome
ran
message
possibly
there.
like 7 miles.
Right. So tell me, in Elf, where is that moment that nobody's selfless? Everybody should be about everybody else, and it's not about me. It's about making
I don't
everyone
think it happens
happy.
for
the end.
what's
Oh,
his
wait, no, it
face. I
doesn't.
think he's consistent, but I think the dad kind of goes through that change. It's like, okay,
No, it's just
I have a kid and
family.
I'm
though.
Yes.
accepting
No,
it.
he starts putting people in front of him.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that was the
So,
only
next
moment.
question, Steve.
But no, this
Okay, well, then
movie
this-
does it in multiple. It does it with multiple people. It does it with the dude that had the kids show. It does it with the little girl.
And it did it like
It does
30
it kind
years
of with
before
Santa
Elf.
too, because Santa's kind of falling apart.
Well, that's a
at the
good thing to
seams.
say. He's
Yeah.
being selfish as well by still being Santa Claus, right?
Exactly.
So he's not able to let go of being Santa Claus,
and that's
and
what
like
he's trying to do, but he finally finds it. So
And-
it's like character development in spades.
exactly. You have a movie in which it's supposed to be dumb, stupid, earnest, and it's deeper than a lot of movies that I think I've ever seen.
And it's funny, main character, no character development. Same
all.
fucking guy the whole goddamn
But
time.
that's the point.
Yeah, exactly.
And
How do you pull that off, by the way?
You're fucking earnest, man.
It's like what I chalk this up to is like when they had all those newspapers with the comics in there, and it was all like little messages, but it was like the same character every week discovering
Right,
something new,
right.
or just
Dilbert.
riding along for the story, and that's what fucking Ernest is. He's just along for
along
the
for
fucking
the story. Right. We're seeing everything else happen around him. He's the same, but we change with everybody else.
Exactly.
Well, Ernest grounds us and breaks into Vern's house,
yeah.
and he shuts the door in his face. He's like, "Oh no, he's fine. We'll just open it again." And that POV shot of him coming in with the tree and then like trying to stick it up, and then he's pulling the fucking wire out of the wall. Randall, if you didn't laugh at that
The
wire,
chandelier.
I didn't laugh at the wire of the wall.
how could you
That
not
wouldn't have
laugh?
happened because they're in studs.
Here we go.
It's a
Wire-
joke.
Not all wires are in studs, Randall.
Oh, back in the 80s, motherfucker, they didn't have building codes like that. That
They've
was
had
in
building-
that was
they
a
had
house in
building codes
Florida.
in the 80s,
Shut up.
Steve.
That was a house in Florida in which they put just plaster on the wall, and then they put the wires through it. You don't know how Vern lives. he
Well,
could have done it
I
himself.
don't know how they did it in Canada, but I don't think they did it like that here.
No, they hit.
Ask Santa Claus and the Elves because they flew in from
Some
Toronto.
of them just hang. Some of them have fire breaks. Some of them have little U nails. They're all different, and a lot of times it's not. No one gives a fuck about code because it's behind drywall. and
Exactly.
sheetrock. So it's like
Also, it's a joke in a movie
exactly
that makes
you
me
wanna
laugh
break his part.
because that's what Ernest is. He's trying to help, but he fucks
Joke?
up everything.
Yes.
You like Tim Allen in Home Improvement. It's the same character.
No, don't
Kind of,
you
know,
dare
and
ever
when it
talk
co-
down
Tim Allen
about
or
him.
Tim Taylor on Home Improvement is Ernest, but everywhere else
No.
in the show, he's fine.
When it comes to the core,
Oh, yeah.
like his
He's-
way his brain works,
Oh, yeah.
kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
More
yeah.
power?
I'll go. I get what you're kind of. I get the parallels you're trying to draw.
And then he's just, hey, like it's the same character.
I love Wilson.
Oh
He's
yeah,
always-
Wilson's great.
His head's above the fucking thing, and he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, yeah, I'm whittling pumpkins or something
Right.
stupid shit."
I always loved how Wilson would tell a story and then Tim would interpretate it how
And
he wants and then retell it to somebody and completely
You
fuck
fuck
up
it
the
up.
words and like, but it still works because he's getting the right message across.
I guarantee if there was a book, or at least a short book of his quotes, of Wilson's quotes,
Yeah.
it would sell $1 bajillion.
Well, you got a great idea there.
You
I
know
don't know
what I'm
how
saying?
we
'Cause it's
license that.
So, yeah, it's like the most
The
helpful
wise-
shit.
Guarantee
What do
you
we-
there is.
There's
Probably
got to
is.
be.
The
There's gotta
wise,
be.
the wise word, the wise words
words.
of Wilson,
of Wilson.
and it's literally just
His
fence
quotes. Yeah,
that
yeah.
you can open into the book.
Oh.
What are we
You
doing
make
here?
some fucking money.
Maybe. Anyways,
who owns the rights?
Disney probably. So before we get super deep, we're already kind of deep in here.
Conservative for Disney.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they just made the Santa
There's a
Claus.
whole There's a whole website
Santa
for
Claus is
Words of
conservative now.
Wilson.
Words of Wilson. Read us one.
God, can I pick the shortest one?
He can't read.
I don't read well.
That's a big word. I can't say that word.
He can't read good.
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Golden.
Yeah, I mean,
Keep them going. Keep them going.
I want another nugget.
Never give a sword to a man who can't dance. I don't know what the fuck that means.
It's important.
It's very important.
You want to be able.
You got to dance, and if you got a
gotta be able to
sword,
fight people off. You know.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
God
I
damn.
have no idea what that means.
I've watched a lot of
Don't
Home
give a
Improvement.
sword to someone who can't dance.
Right. I don't. Well,
Well, maybe you can't use a fucking sword if you can't dance. You know what I'm saying?
chia.
I got you want one more.
One
I got
more.
One more. Nothing I never said ever did me any harm.
That's wise
That
words.
is
That's
really
very-
good,
yeah,
actually.
It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
good one.
It's a very good one.
Can I tell you? Can
Let's
I tell
hear
you
it.
one?
Let's hear it.
Man who stands
Here we
on
go.
toilet is high on pot.
That's the best thing I've heard all day.
I got another one. You want to keep going?
Just go.
Man with hole in pocket feel cocky all day.
I know you got another one. Go,
Oh, hold on, keep going. Keep going. I gotta think, but we gotta keep going. It'll come to me as we go.
All right. As I was saying, before we
Confucius
get
says.
before we get even deeper here, I do want to say if you're enjoying what you're listening to already, because there's no way you're not. Let's be real.
I know, right?
We're so entertaining. It's not even a question.
Your windows.
You better like and favorite our shit because I'm watching.
watching you.
Anyways, if you do enjoy this and aren't threatened by what we just said, please give like 10 seconds out of your
feel
day
threatened.
to share or like any of our social media posts. Give us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. You can click like I think you can star us or something on Spotify. Give us like out of 5 stars or some shit now. On
Give it
podcasts.
5. Don't
Give it
fuck around.
maybe 4.
So-
Don't throw
so
your wad out to
golden,
everybody.
This is golden content,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Man that goes to bed with itchy butt wakes up with stinky finger.
Look. You're not
golden.
gonna not get this anywhere else.
It's golden.
Exactly. How are you living without listening to these wise words of
Maybe
Wally?
I need a book.
The wise words of Wally.
Book.
Look at that. Just
I'm just here
www.
to steer you off a fucking cliff. That's what I'm
Hey,
here
man.
to do.
Whatever gets you there. But if you do like and you want to see us, you can watch us on YouTube
Yes.
at The Decision Reel.
Our
You
pretty-
can
our pretty
also
faces.
follow us on all of our social media pages at The Decision Reel, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and listen to us wherever you want to listen to us. You're obviously listening to us somewhere right now, so
Just come
share
back.
it. Share it with your friends. Tell them how much you like Wally's wise words of wisdom.
Yeah, and tell us how much you love Ernest more than Elf.
Because it's yeah.
Right, Randall?
Are we gonna make a poll?
We will.
should make a poll. I really think. I don't think
I
it's a
need
good
votes.
idea for me and my love for this movie, but I think I'd like to know what everyone else thinks.
I'm going to
Yes.
make one as we're doing this so we can get to the end of this and see if anybody has said
Yeah.
anything. But before we do that, what Ernest
I'm doing
Saves...
it right now. I'm gonna do it on Facebook.
Okay, you do it on Facebook. I'll do it on our Twitter actual page, the Decision Reel Twitter page. But what Ernest
All
is
these
about, or sorry,
fucking
Ernest
people on
Saves
Instagram.
Christmas. Shut the fuck up. Well, what Ernest Saves Christmas is about, Ernest helps Santa Claus as he searches for his successor. As they're doing their thing, where to watch this guy. If you have a subscription to Disney Plus, you can watch it on there. If you also have a subscription to Paramount Plus, it's on there as well. That's a little weird kind of thing that it's on both of those at the same time. If you want to rent it, YouTube, Google Play, Amazon, Apple TV, Vudu, Redbox, and I believe Philo TV as well. I didn't write that one down. It was written by Ed Turner,
Old Ed Turner.
old Ed,
Old
directed by John Cherry, who's also directed all the other Ernest movies.
Eddie. Is he related to
Don Cherry?
To
No.
Buster?
Buster Cherry? I don't know, maybe.
Hey, you get it? You get it?
I get it.
Get a joke? God damn it.
Randy's not paying
Did it.
attention.
I
got you.
Old Buster.
Oh, Buster Cherry. Starring Jim Varney as Ernest P. Worrell.
The man
Douglas.
himself.
You know what's funny, and I want to champion this for a second, and I want this to be made. I want a gritty reboot with John Cena as Ernest.
Just because the way he looks.
They look exactly the
Is
same.
this so? The warehouse guy in this movie. So there's the main warehouse guy,
Mhm.
and then there's a side guy.
Yep.
Kind of look like him. Is that a relative?
Kind of look like Ernest? Are you saying the side guy?
Yeah,
Or-
the side guy.
I think
The one
it-
that's always like, that's F.
right. So those guys were actually in a national commercial campaign where the fat guy was like
No,
talking
that's E.
about what?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
okay.
quoting the
Sorry,
movie.
oh,
He's
sorry,
quoting the
sorry.
movie.
So where he would talk about like a product, and the other guy would just stand there and be like, yeah, what he said. And then because of that, they were in a couple Ernest movies together. They were replaced by in Ernest Strikes or Rides Again by two other people who are vacuum salesmen, which are doing the same thing, but it works out. Elf, Ernest Saves Xmas, fight me. Yeah.
Perfect.
Or, well, hold on. If you say fight me, you got to say, what do you all think or something? Or what's the consensus? Randy's going to tell us the consensus.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on it right fucking now.
I'm picking a fight on my social media right now with
I'm
a bunch of
picking a
people.
fight.
I think I might use this to whoever says Elf is getting fucking deleted.
You are not
I know
my
you as a
friend.
person now.
I don't know. I'm putting it right now up on our.
There you go. There you go. All right,
Yep.
we're there. We
What are
made
you
it.
doing, Steve?
He's putting it on there too. Me and Miss Golsey are fucking. Did you put it up on yours, Randall? Put it up on your social
You can't do
medias.
it on Instagram anymore. I'll
Fuck
do it on
Instagram.
Facebook and see.
Put it with all
How do
the
you-
old people on Facebook, all the elderly individuals.
Can you make a poll in here?
Also,
Versus fight me. I'm hashtagging.
also today we're drinking Leinenkugel's Berry Wise. It's actually very delicious.
Leinenkugel.
It's delightful. Steve has a tablet he's typing on right now. Probably the size of an iPad mini. You think?
But it's not. It is a it's a phone.
It doesn't look like a phone.
Technology. We also got Douglas Seal as Santa, Noel Parker as Harmony, Oliver Clark as Joe Carruthers, Gallard Sarton as Chuck, and Bill Bargee as Bobby.
What do you think the top 5 stripper names are?
Destiny.
Destiny. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. Destiny's good. Because her name, I
Diamond.
heard Harmony. I was like,
Yeah, I got you.
maybe.
Definitely
Diamond's good
Sorry.
too.
Diamond. Ooh,
Diamond.
yeah. You want to
Diamond's
go?
good.
You want a lap dance from Diamond? Nah, it might be too jagged. I don't think I want that.
You want a lappy from
Want a lappy?
You want a lappy?
Get in the
from
back and get a
Diamond?
lappy. Well, in Showgirls, what was her fucking name? I can't remember.
It's
Charmaine.
car names too. Mercedes.
Ooh,
you
yeah,
think?
yeah, Mercedes.
Mercedes, that's the one. Yeah.
Charmaine.
Charlemagne.
Fucking
You think Harmony be a good one?
Harmony, probably. Yeah, it's up there.
Maybe that's a little bit. No.
She's like the B Squad.
Yeah,
she's on during the day,
She's probably delivering drinks scandalously
probably
in the strip
yeah.
club.
and she's
That's probably
getting
what
she's
doing.
getting the $1 tips.
I've only ever been to one, so I really don't know if there's good strip clubs out there. And I was a very young lad,
I was a very young lad.
very impressionable.
Very. I was a very impressionable young lad, and
Yeah.
they said, "Yeah, $50 is a tip." Yeah, all right, here you go. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah,
It's actually.
I'm
fucking
waiting for Randy to
disgusting.
come up with a good stripper name. What do you got?
He had Diamond.
I said Diamond,
He was one that
but
had
I was
Diamond.
gonna say Cadillac because I couldn't think of Mercedes.
No,
Jesus
Cadillac
Christ!
wouldn't
If
be
it's
good.
Cadillac,
That's not
that'd be a hefty woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, Steve?
You
If
would
it
be in a
was-
specific strip club for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be at one called.
You've been fucking pulling that trailer.
You be at one that serves breakfast too. Let's be real.
Didn't you tell me there was a strip club that served breakfast?
I believe. Okay,
In
well,
Canada?
yeah. So it's called the Sundowner, and the way they get around certain laws is they serve food there, so they can stay open 24/7, basically.
Oh, so they have it. They loopholed it.
Pretty much. So then
weird
you
thing to say
can,
about a
if you
strip
serve breakfast, obviously
Loophole.
you're doing your thing there, and like people just stay and then eat breakfast there.
Sundown.
It's the Sundowner.
Sundowner.
Yeah.
It's
I bet you Destiny works there.
Also, back to the movie.
Back to
Another
the movie.
question.
Yeah.
So he goes to list off the reindeer and so obviously he fucks it up.
Oh yeah.
But
says-
then he continually says Donder.
Yeah. At
That's
the end
wrong,
too.
right?
Yeah, it is
Okay,
wrong.
thank
It's
God.
a Donner.
Yeah.
But I think that's the joke is he keeps fucking
Thank
it
God.
up. And
'Cause
doesn't
I
he
was
say like
have I been doing
Band-Aid?
this wrong the whole time? Like,
Is
have
it-
I been saying
Is it Donder? Band-Aid, Blotzen, or whatever he says. Come on, you didn't get a chuckle out of that, Randall?
No.
You didn't laugh once in
I
this
didn't
movie.
laugh a single time in this movie.
I find that hard to believe. I
You
even
don't look
laughed.
like you've laughed all day, Randall.
Hold on, we already know that Tara commented on one thing, and we know what
Day.
she's gonna say. Oh, jeez.
All right, the
We're
first
gonna-
one's
at
up.
the
First
end
one's
of
up
this
for me.
podcast, we're gonna all tally it up and see what's up.
I got 2 for Ernest right now.
Look at that.
We're already in the fucking ballpark. Kiss my balls.
Kiss them. just gobble them.
Smooch
Wait.
the
We're
starfish.
gonna wait to the end.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I'm not going to give you updates. I'll wait to the end.
We're going to wait to the end.
But I do know if Elf got into a fist fight with Ernest, Elf would get his shit tossed.
Oh, my God.
Hands
yeah.
down.
I mean,
That guy's lean.
lean.
Elf is a soft fucking guy. You know what I'm saying? He's eating nothing but noodles and syrup.
Also,
You know, he has a certain kind of strength.
he's got that don't make me tell it. Don't make me say it. Don't make me say it.
I'm not saying it, but you know what I mean.
He's got that T strength.
he's got okay. We don't.
All right. But Ernest,
Is this where
hold
drawing
on.
a line?
Ernest has how many different characters that he can snap into? He didn't
lot.
even go into most of them in this movie,
Well,
right?
Okay.
Right.
Ernest, you're right, Ernest. Because I was gonna say, but it's not. Will Ferrell's not a character. It's
No,
him in real life.
But
so
that's what
yeah,
I'm saying. Ernest, if he needs to get that strength up, he can just turn into Rambo guy or what was the Crocodile Dundee one? Was the one movie like he could do whatever he needs to do.
John Wayne.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, didn't he? Yeah.
He's just
Good
doing a bunch of
evening,
characters.
partner. Like when he comes in, that's great. It's
Yeah.
good. Oh my God, I love this movie. The fact that the tree falls off the back of the truck and he stops and then goes, "Don't worry, I'm using all the safety precautions or whatnot," and then picks it up and throws it through onto Santa's lap through the window and then gets in and just takes off.
It's just that guy that has that gene where everything fucks up. I was
Right.
watching. It's weird because I was watching Bullet Train
Yeah.
right before this.
Oh, is it good?
It depends on who you are. I kind
The
of
Brad
enjoyed
Pitt
it.
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But
It
not
looked
to
good.
give the movie away, but he kind of has that thing also in the movie, and that's kind of the whole idea behind it. But it was super
okay.
ironic watching
All right.
both those back to back.
Yeah.
Anyways,
This is rated PG. No reason for it. This is the only Ernest movie that's not G.
huh? I wonder why.
Because there's a little bit of
Yep.
language in it. They say sack a lot.
Yes, they do say sack.
They do. You didn't get a chuckle out of a sack, Randy?
No.
Man, fuck
no,
this
I'm
guy.
Sorry. There's not.
Jesus Christ!
I
man.
did not laugh once.
I think he was mad going in, and then he started watching it, and he's like,
I wasn't mad going in. I was having a good night.
oh, so you're saying I wrecked your night.
Yes.
Did Rachel watch it with you?
Nope. She was at work. She would.
She
not
wouldn't
have
like this
watched
either.
that.
She wouldn't
no,
like that shit
she would have
either.
probably
She
cut
didn't even
Randall.
watch Die Hard. She said it was too old.
I don't think she likes.
Hold
TV stuff.
on.
I don't think she watches.
She's not going to
anything on
watch
TV.
something because it's too old.
Correct.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
I think
So she's never seen the original Disney movies. Like she doesn't watch
she
The
has
Little
to have done
Mermaid. She doesn't
There's no way.
watch.
Obviously, she's seen that, but
Well, it's too old though. It's older than Die
Oh,
Hard.
we're reaching though. I get what Randall's saying. She just like if something seems old, that's not a cartoon.
yeah, stop
Yeah,
reaching, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm not reaching. I'm being real right now.
Fucking old Jack Reacher over here.
I'm gonna reach. Runtime, 95 minutes.
Glorious.
I think it's perfect for this
Glorious
style of
95
movie. I
minutes.
think every Ernest movie is like 120 to 130.
Yeah.
So
I used to watch his Halloween one
Mm.
as soon as I got off the bus because it lined me
Ernest
up
Saves
perfectly
Halloween?
with
Yeah.
lined me up perfect with swim practice. What was the title of that? It wasn't Saves Halloween. What is the title of that?
Ernest Scared Stupid.
Scared Stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen that, Randall? Obviously not.
No.
Okay.
I told you guys about
So-
my reoccurring dream, right?
Yeah.
Did I say it in the last podcast?
Hold on. Don't say it because you'll ruin the movie for Randall.
Okay,
I want to
fine.
say something. Hold on, Randall.
I'm not watching it.
No. Hold on. That movie is not an Ernest movie, but he does Ernest stuff in it.
Which is
It's-
kind of
Does
like
he
this.
Make that face? Does he make the face that you sent me the gif of? That makes me want to throw up.
What the? or the?
It makes me want to vomit everywhere.
What? Why?
I do not like it. That's what threw me off because he does that dumbass face. and
character,
then
man.
I'm just-
He's a character. It's
his
great.
hand. He does that Popeye thing.
All right, but Ernest Scared Stupid is generally
Gender.
genuinely
There we go.
a good movie. Plus Ernest being Ernest. Like there's some stuff in that movie that, as Wally said, still haunts him to this day, and me too. I don't want to be turned into itty
Yeah.
bitty whatever like that. That woof. I would go out to say that Ernest Scared Stupid is better than Hocus Pocus.
Ernest Scared Stupid's good. I like
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus too. This is a weird thing because I find myself comparing this.
They feel like they're in the same universe almost too, though.
I compared this to a lot of movies actually, a lot of Christmas movies.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I compared it to the Tim Allen ones,
Mm-hmm.
the Clauses, even the National Lampoons. I was like, this kind of sits its own. This feels kind of like it could have been like an isolated Disney movie.
It sort of
You
is.
know what I'm saying? So it's like
it sort of is. This was made by Disney.
not like a theatrical really not like that's kind of what it felt like. But then you get further into and it feels bigger
Yeah.
as you get further.
So I do have some fun facts at the end that might go with what you're saying.
Okay.
So we'll get to it.
All right.
We'll get to it. Released date, we said it already, November 11th, 1988.
Year of the Dragon, baby.
You're the best year ever.
Baby.
Baby! Randall's like, I fucking hate you guys.
Yeah, he's like 93?
97.
There's no way.
95.
95.
95.
Ugh.
I have 2 sisters older than he is. 3.
I have things in this
'cause you have
house
11
that I
sisters.
bought that are older than him. I have boxes in which I bought things that I took them out of the box, and I still have those boxes older than him.
Steve has I would guarantee he has boxes from at least 7 years old.
You see that
8.
box that says Jurassic Park toys?
I do.
That box right there is older than Randall.
Which ones do you have? Like the old?
Okay, so from the Lost
Jeep?
World, I
Oh,
got
okay.
I got the fucking
Do you have
bus.
the bus?
I got the
Oh.
bus, and I got the T-Rex that if you like move the tail, the head goes with it. I got
The bus is
not
the best.
yeah, I got not the Jeep. It was like this weird thing where what's the one where he's like if he lines up the head with its spine and hits you.
I think it's the Spinosaurus.
No, it's got the bone for
yeah, it's the Friar Tuck. Remember the movie? He was like,
Yeah.
He's like, get that, and he couldn't name the dinosaur. He's like, Friar Tuck.
Yeah, whatever. So it's that, but then you hit it into this car and the hood flies off. It's kind of cool.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so I got that, and then I think I got some Raptors.
7-year-old Steve has a box.
Oh, dude, no,
in
I got
here.
more. I
Older
got
than-
more.
Older
You
than
want-
Rand Diddley Dell.
Do you want to go under that? Because there's more stuff there. I got Beast Wars toys, Transformers.
Speaking of that, coming out here soon.
Ooh, that's why I
Okay,
kind of
but if they're older than you still.
What is?
They're not old. They're
Are they
older
not?
than you, not than Steve.
How could they be older than me if
The movie
if
didn't
I
even-
got them when they came
When did
out?
you get this? When did you buy those with your money?
Well, if it's
Well, I got them for Christmas when the movie came out, so like 94. No, wait, no, sorry, that was Lost World. That was 97.
yeah,
Okay, so
That's about
those are older than or not as old as Randy, but I do have Jurassic World 1 Raptors in there. But the Beast Wars toys are older.
Beast Wars. I remember.
Oh
watching that.
no, they
That
wouldn't
was,
be.
I was about to say,
That would be
if you have old
late
Transformers
90s.
stuff,
Well, I do
that
have
Hulk
some,
toy you got out there,
Yeah, the
that's early.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
old as fuck. That's
The-
older than Randall. It's
the
Buffer.
Hulk Hogan. I got the Hulk Hogan doll. I have 2 of them. I used to have the
Yeah, what the
Macho
fuck?
Man. No, not the Macho Man. The Ultimate Warrior I used to have,
Oh, really?
and I think one of my friends like
Was he all face painted up and everything?
yeah. I think one of my friends
throw
like,
one on a roof.
That was
that was
Greg.
Greg, yeah,
Barrick, yeah.
What a guy. Anyways,
Yeah.
I wonder if
But-
it's still up there.
probably budget time.
Not.
What do we
anything.
think it costs to make Ernest Saves Christmas?
I think the reason he probably kept doing these movies is probably because it was dirt cheap.
I mean,
You think?
let's be real. I mean, who are they for? Who watched them?
I'm gonna go five. This one's a little more. I'm gonna go $7 million.
$7 million.
It's probably way too much.
Randall.
Sounds like a lot for this movie. I was gonna go like maybe 2,
$2 million.
maybe.
Going 2. This movie cost $6.5 million to make.
Ooh, it's close.
Man.
One bad.
That wasn't bad. When you think about it, there
There's those-
are some people in this movie,
The
right? The guy who
scenes-
plays Santa Claus was actually kind of a bigger deal back then. He voiced. Now it's gonna. He voiced somebody really big in a movie. What the fuck? He came out after this. This is gonna drive me crazy.
I saw that warehouse guy in a movie before too. I don't know what movie I saw him in, but I've seen him in one.
I've seen him.
But besides that, there's no one else in this movie that I can think of. Oh, minus the dude that's not running the business. What is it? The guy that walks in, the rude fucking guy.
Yeah, he was in Die Hard.
Yeah, exactly. That
Oh,
guy.
he plays fucking in Aladdin. He's the Sultan.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
They kind of look alike.
Yeah.
The more you know.
The old
The
Sultan.
more salt.
The more you know. So, what do we think it made in the box office?
I'm gonna go 9.
$9 million. You
Yeah,
think it
9
barely
out of 10.
broke out?
Yeah, I don't think it made a lot.
Randall,
I don't know a lot of people that know this.
I'll go 11.
11 million.
He's playing the game.
11.
Playing the game. Opening weekend,
Right.
it made $5.7 million.
God.
Oh.
Okay, not bad. Not bad. Overall, it made $28.2 million.
That's why he kept making these movies, I guess.
This was the most profitable Ernest movie because I don't think not that many came out in theaters. I think most of them were like direct to VHS. And Randall's like, well, yeah, duh.
I have everybody comment
Yeah,
Die
makes
Hard on that
sense.
post, by the way. Die Hard's greater than
We're not
both.
we're not talking
That's-
about
I
Die
know,
Hard.
right? We, that can't be. That's not the same question.
Right, you pieces of shit. We're putting two together. Obviously, Die Hard is the superiorist
the superiorist.
Christmas movie ever made. But then what comes under that? I think it's Ernest Saves Christmas.
I think top tier. You're dancing up there like Home Alone and The Lampoons.
Yeah.
And then
I even said this to my wife today. I would
I don't
rather
think Elf
watch.
is top tier though.
Yeah, I would rather watch
I think it's
this
good.
than Home Alone on around Christmas from now on.
This is more. If you want the feelings,
The feelings, the
you watch
feelers.
this. If
Yeah.
you, Home Alone is great. It's got some solid stuff. But Home Alone's a great fucking movie.
It's the
man.
music for me in Home Alone.
It's so good.
I
Yes,
just
the music too.
it
So
gets
good.
me. It gets me. All right. Box office that week.
Okay. 88.
I'm going to say something to Randall.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in this weekend before.
Like not him specifically. You.
Me and Randall have been in this
When did
weekend
the 1 month
before.
did this come out, Steve?
November.
So you were there.
Well, no, I mean.
Oh no, you
we-
weren't there. You weren't born yet.
Yeah,
No.
I was. June
Does they
88.
live?
Oh, look at this smart motherfucker over here.
Yeah.
I was saying me and Randall have been in this weekend
I know. I was just
covering another
trying
movie.
to be literal.
Yeah,
but
yeah. No, but I was alive at this point, yes. I was born in June
yes,
of 88.
You're right. You're 100
so
percent right. You're 100% right.
November comes after.
Yeah, thank you, Steve.
Shut up.
You know, I'm just here spitting knowledge. So, all right, number 10, Without a Clue. And I have no clue either.
Yeah.
Number 9, Mystic Pizza.
What is that?
Still
That's
haven't
with
seen it.
that's with
What is that?
Aaron Brockovich.
Oh,
Ocean's 11.
yeah,
What the
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
is? Why can't I think of a name?
This is tight. You ever have something like you haven't
I see it.
heard in
I see it.
forever?
Right. What's
Like
your fucking name?
what else? What else?
Whatever. Number 8, I Cry in the Dark.
Only
Me too.
when I'm really sad.
Number 7, U2 Rattle and Hum.
like you too?
Yeah, like the
like
band
the
U2.
band?
Okay.
That should pique your
them.
brain there, Randy, because
There's
we
so
might
many
have
people hate
had we
U2.
might have had
Fuck
a
them.
conversation somewhere. Anyways, number 6, The Accused.
Any
all your
band
fault.
that gets their stuff on my iTunes without me saying so can fuck right off. I'm
Don't
sorry.
give me something I don't want
Yeah.
without my permission.
I hate free
Especially
shit.
that trash.
Right.
That, honestly,
Look,
if
if
it
it
didn't
was
release-
good, it would have been like,
Look,
oh yeah, yeah.
it's not it's not a fucking terrible album. It just got so much fucking bad. It's not a good album. Let me put that out there, but it's not a bad album. But the fact that he fucking force fed people it put a sour taste in everyone's mouth. Music kind of holds a very special part for everybody on this world. So if you force someone to fucking listen to something,
Right.
you've
piece of shit.
paid for music because you think it's worth it, and all of
Right.
a sudden there's music hiding in there that you didn't pay for. That
Wait.
you're like, well, what the fuck?
And then I
Ain't
remember
no Joshua Tree.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
remember
like-
people not knowing about it and then going like, "Hey, I'm deleting my library or I got this new phone. How is there music on it already? What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What is this?"
Yeah, you feel violated. You
Right.
too violated.
Fucking Bono's just like, "Does Bono want the biddy?"
What was that South Park episode
Yeah.
where he has like taking the hugest shit or something
So
like that?
he turns out to be the shit.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. 8 KT Kyrix. God, I love South Park.
All right,
love
what are the top?
Well, hold on. Number 5.
Oh, okay,
Everybody's All American. I
you're
feel like
fucking damn right, Miss
you
Goldie.
know what I think that makes me think of? That fucking doll over there. Bam, 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 bicka, bam, da, bam. I am a real American. Hulk Hogan for Randall, who doesn't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should, if you want to get real American, just type in Hulk Hogan intro video. That's all you need, man. He's just playing an American flag guitar, just getting it.
Oh, that's where it's okay. That's where
Yeah.
it's
And he just, is Hulk Hogan just not my dad?
kind of
Right,
now
I
that think
want him
about it,
to-
like a more buff version.
Yeah. I
Of
want him
Dave.
to be Hulk Hogan for Halloween one year.
There was something about watching him when I was a kid that was special. I remember me and my grandpa
Doing the
were,
old-
yeah, we were super into wrestling, and my grandma. It was cool because my grandma was like, "You can't, you're not allowed to watch that."
Right,
Because
right.
back in the day, that was like
Yeah.
the stuff you weren't supposed to watch as
Sure.
a kid. So my grandma catches my grandpa picking me up, like, and tossing me on the couch, but like with
Suplex.
my get suplexed onto the couch. She's like, "Turn that shit off." Grandpa's like, no. And I'm sitting there going, oh.
Oh, Grandpa's going to die today.
Go down to the ship today.
I like
All
it.
right. All right. 4?
Number 4, They Live.
Mm.
Yeah. So
This
we were
is
here.
a fucking,
Yes.
this is a weird, shitty list.
It is, but no. So we covered They Live on an extra real episode with our guys at the Irritable Dad Syndrome, and we were in this weekend actually, which is kind of weird.
Nice.
Yeah.
Update on the Ernest thing. Everyone said Ernest so far.
Oh, look
I'm
at that.
I'm at least six
Go
messages
fuck
I
in.
have a lot
yourself.
of Elf on mine.
Well, yeah, because all your friends are little kids, and they don't even know what Ernest is.
That's not true.
All right, tell me the age of every single person that has.
Okay, one's Carlton that does like the DJing and shit. He's
I don't know
your
who that
age.
I like Carlton, but Carlton just lost some
Guess
points
what?
in my
Carlton's
book.
wrong, motherfucker.
The price
What?
is wrong.
That's
Don't sit here doing the Carlton. What the fuck? That's fucked up. All right, top 3 in no particular order, and then we're gonna guess in which they came out. Child's Play, Iron
Okay.
Eagle 2, Ernest Saves Christmas.
I'm going to go Ernest up top.
He's going Ernest number 1,
Child's Play.
Child's Play number 2, and then,
And then Eagle.
Iron
number 3.
Eagle 2 at number 3.
Yeah, that's
These are all the first weekend too of all these movies.
Okay, I'm going to go that.
All right, Randy. He's like,
gonna
I don't
go
even know
with,
that Ernest was even
When does
in
it
the
come out time of year wise? Do you have
November
it?
11th.
November. Okay. You said that.
I did. Yes.
Wasn't. Fuck.
Fuck. What?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna
my
do
brain.
the same thing. Ernest, Child's Play, and then
Wait a second.
Golden Eye.
So if you're saying
007.
Iron Eagle, if you're saying that you think Ernest is number 1, wouldn't you be admitting that people think it's a good movie?
Steve is
I know
lawyering
what
the
you
fuck
told me
out of
it
you
made
right now.
opening weekend. So
I don't think Randall knows one of the movies listed in that top 10.
He knows They
I
Live
know-
because we had to watch
I know
it.
Child's Play.
Hold on. Would you watch They Live again over Ernest?
Yes.
Okay. He's only saying that because he has to at this point.
I think you and we bashed Elf
Yeah.
last week. That sounds
And it
like
hurt
a,
his feelings,
That
right?
sounds like a sexual maneuver.
We
Fucking
bashed
Elf.
Elf.
I was excited about the movie when you picked it last week because I didn't know what it was. I was like, oh, cool, another movie I haven't seen. Shocker.
I think we
And
bashed
then I
Elf a little
started
too hard.
watching
I
it, and then he
think
did that dumbass face, and
So you know what's going to
I
happen.
just have one of those faces I want to punch.
Next time Randy comes over, be like, hey, we're going to watch this really cool show. We're going to sit down, and I'm going to, like, randomly have some type of device that gets him to stay on the couch. I don't know if I have these in my house. I got some shackles in the back. Not really, but I got them.
But maybe.
And I'm just going to put every Ernest movie on, and he ain't going to leave until we're done.
Ain't going nowhere.
My wife will
I don't
feed
like
you.
that
It's
idea.
fine.
I got you for 3 minutes.
You going nowhere. Got you for 3 minutes. Bonesaw. I love that that's fucking Randy Macho
Yeah,
Man
yeah.
Savage. And the
That's
fact
so
they
good.
got him for that.
Minutes of pain. I love sometimes just casually watching his old interviews,
Yeah.
his wrestling interviews, because it's just fucking. He's
The
high
cream
as fuck,
rises to the top.
and he's just spitting.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I loved about early wrestling is they're just yelling nonsense.
Oh, they're all drugged out of their minds.
my God, yes.
They're high as fuck.
Cocaine,
yeah.
steroids,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
lewds. I don't know.
Quaaludes.
Quaaludes, right? They got everything in their system, and they're just like, all right, man, you're going out and fighting. Tell me what you're going to do to this guy. I'm going to fuck his ass. And you're like, whoa.
I'm
Whoa.
all hyped up about dude.
Seriously, watch. There's a compilation somebody made. I think Vinny sent it to me, but it's a bunch of wrestlers literally talking about how they're going to beat somebody's ass or like fuck their ass. Just all compiled together. I laughed hysterically. I was crying at the end of it. It was so good. Taken out of context, obviously, but not really. But not
All right,
really.
what's this order? What order we got?
So the order is number 1, Child's Play. Number 2,
it.
Ernest Saves Christmas, and number 3, Iron Eagle 2.
Iron Eagle.
Do you remember Iron Eagle?
I don't actually.
So
I'm
it-
trying to think of both of those. I
So
don't know.
Iron
Fuck.
Eagle was a ripoff of Top Gun, but it wasn't bad. The second one was like,
You watched the new Top Gun yet, Steve?
no. Something's just not. I know it's probably like amazing, and I think it's the hype for me.
It's the best cash grab they've made.
I mean, cool, but I think it's the hype for me.
I'm just
right
telling you
now.
that because you're gonna go in and you're gonna be like, oh, I know you're going to go in there with Steve's brain and be like, fuck.
Well, again, every single person, and we live in an area that they worked on the movie, and naval base, and everybody's about planes and shit, and every single person's like, oh man, fucking amazing. You got to watch that movie, and it makes me go, if I watch it, I know I'm going to be like, okay.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
I also don't like Tom Cruise anymore. So.
I love the first one.
So, I mean, yeah, obviously Danger Zone. I mean, come on, in volleyball, shirtless, like, I'm here for it. Like, show me them
the man boobies.
Man
My dad
sweat.
flew.
What?
My dad flew F-18s.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't
So
know
it's
that.
like, it's one of those things. He used to take me to the cat landings and shit like that here. And we used to watch the planes. You know, the thing that catapults them and they land, they grab.
Which is sick.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah.
It's dope as shit.
Whoever went, hold on. I got an idea.
We're going to catch this with a rubber band.
We're going to catch this plane.
We're going to catch this with a rubber band.
We're going to do it. Hey, did you know I watched a fucking video today? So remember in is it the third Metal Gear Solid where they like fucking pick him up by like a rope as a plane goes by?
Yeah, it's the same.
What the fuck is that
They
called?
did it in Batman, too.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I can't remember.
Yeah, but they showed that, I think it was comparing it to Batman of whatever it was, and they showed that, and I was like, the man who went, I'll volunteer.
Imagine.
Oh, the ball.
Is the end of that just on a fucking string, like a spring?
I think it just
to
wraps
absorb?
around you, or it grabs something that you're hooked into, right?
Yeah, but like, obviously you're not getting, it's not taut, right? So
I
there
would hope
has to
not.
be something in the plane
Has
that's
to
like
be.
spring loaded. If not, you're getting your fucking body part chanked off.
Oh, you're done.
in a heartbeat.
You ain't feeling good tomorrow.
Yeah.
If there is a tomorrow.
Probably
And
not.
that was a prop plane, too. So imagine
That's
if that went
fucking
wrong
crazy.
and it grabbed you and just flung you up into the plane.
Yeah. You're getting fucking folded.
You're getting shredded like a julienne salad,
Oh,
boy.
my God.
All right.
Got any tips?
You got
You got any tips?
any tips? Get up, Matt. Sorry. Tomatometer time. The Rotten Tomato score, or the Rotten Teas. What do we think critics and audience gave Ernest Saves Christmas? I'm going to go to Wally first. Critics and audience. What do you got?
Separate. I'm gonna go critics 5, audience 6.
Critics 5% out of 100.
Yeah, I don't think critics like
Jesus.
this movie.
Audience 6% out of 100.
Oh, 50 and 60. Sorry, 50 and 60.
Okay.
I'm always going out of 10.
Okay. I got you.
People to me.
Yeah. You
No,
did.
5 and 6.
All right.
I'm
Out
in
of
his-
100%
I'm in his
is,
seat.
I should say, out of 100%, just to get everybody into it. Randy, out of 100%, where you at? Critics, audience.
I saw the critics one, so I'm not going to do that. But audience, I'll give that one like a 53.
53. 53. So it is audience score. I'm going to do first because he said whatever with he knew the critics. 42. Critic score 36.
I knew it was gonna be low.
Now, we've seen other movies that
Suck.
are bad
Get great scores.
get great scores, and then we've also seen them get a lot lower scores.
I don't trust people, so we fucking get that out of the
I
way
don't
right
trust
now.
anybody. Now,
I got my
will-
back to a wall right now. You know what I'm saying?
I know where my exits are.
I'm fucking
IMDb
always on alert.
Right. IMDb score, I think, is normally where movies are. I
Legitimate.
think
Did it give this one a 6?
it did not give it a 6.
5?
5 point something.
Okay. I knew it was gonna be low, but I was
5.6. Look at that.
Hey!
No, so it's I always think IMDb scores a movie where I'm thinking it's going to be anyways. You know what I mean? Like I can sit here and say I think this movie's a 10.
So you
but
and
it's like
IMDb are like-minded, is what you're saying, Steve.
I think well no, it's one of those I think a movie will probably be at this score even though I think in my mind it's more than it or
Sure.
less, right?
Sure.
So like Elf, I'm like, it's a 3, but in reality it was probably like a 6.5.
Yeah.
We did it last week. I should probably look and see if I'm close, but this movie I thought it's going to be a 5. There's
I
no
still
way
think
it's not.
this would be a great celebrity death match
You
know
know
what I'm saying?
what? I think he might have been.
in it.
I think
in one.
Ernest was on a Celebrity Deathmatch episode. Obviously, Elf wasn't, but that would be. You're right, pinning them
That'd be great.
together, and then John Cena's the special guest referee,
You can't say me.
and it was John Cena. All right, who was your favorite character in this movie, Wally?
I'm going to have to go with Ernest.
I mean,
Yeah. Shit's fucking hilarious.
he's the show.
He's hilarious.
Right.
It's so fucking stupidly funny.
And everything he does, man, is I got a smile on my face.
He seems okay. So I was trying to figure him out as I was watching
Look at
this.
this guy. He's so mad at us. I'm not even
Randall's
here. He's like, I'm just browsing the internet
He
because I hate
seems-
this movie.
He
No, I'm
seems
looking
like
for things. It's fine.
I'm looking
getting a
for
ring light.
people to say I hate this movie too. Is what he's doing.
I'm getting a ring light. Is what I'm doing.
Oh, he's getting a ring light. All right.
Because you have to
He-
do it here more often.
Why is
if I
that?
had to make up a story, right? Pretend I'm like trying to figure out how Ernest became Ernest.
Yep.
He would have been like one of those
Dropped on
kids
his head.
that just sure, possibly, but also just watched a ton of TV,
Yeah.
and that was his way.
Cable
of like,
guy.
He kind of he maybe have went the lighter route
Sure.
of the cable guy. You know what I'm saying? But he seems like one of those with all the movie quotes and all the character stuff that he was doing. You know what I'm saying? You maybe had a weird upbringing,
An upbringing.
but
yeah,
watched a lot of TV. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're nailing like his style, right? Because if he's changing into different characters or if he's
Yeah.
coping with things that way, it's like he's just changing the
Maybe
channel.
If he was still around,
Rip.
doing like maybe do like this is how young Ernest developed,
Right.
And it's like dark,
Yeah. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Now,
What the
I know
fuck?
Randy, he actually plays a very big role in a big popular movie series that has 4 movies that is a Disney movie. Would you possibly know what that is, Randall?
Ernest?
Yes.
No, he doesn't know because
No.
It's before his time, the first movie that came out. He's in Toy Story. He plays Slinky Dog.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
speaking of the devil, right there.
Oh, look at that. It is right there.
Go grab Slinky, Steve.
I'm not getting up.
I'm gonna grab.
Okay,
Slinky.
you go grab Slinky.
son
We
of a
should have
bitch.
just put him like on my shoulder or something. Got the old Slinky Dog here doing a thing. My favorite character, because I know Randall doesn't have one, so I'm not even going to ask
I was
him.
gonna
Oh,
I was gonna
okay.
combine that and my favorite scene.
Well, then, okay, well, wait. Let me do mine, and then you can do, because we'll
Yeah,
get to that. So
yeah.
my favorite character is Ernest as well. I mean, the movie is Ernest Saves
Yeah.
Christmas. Every other character, you're right. Hold on. Here he comes. Here he comes. We go, Slinky Dog. Look at that. I like it.
This is the voice right here.
Right. Jim Varney. Burn. Anyways, he is the character, right? I mean,
100%.
he's the main show, even though the movie, when you break it down, isn't about him, right? It's about Santa Claus, like we talked about, figuring out that, hey, I'm over the hill. I'm done here.
Yeah.
I need to find my successor, and I've been holding on too long, and because of that, I fucked up. We got till 7:00 tonight.
Yeah, I waited last
Right.
minute.
And, Ernest, I could see doing that too. So then him having to shenanigans, and then
What if it was Ernest that it was the guy? He was like, imagine that.
so I might have this. Do I have this in my fun facts?
Like, yo, we have to find a replacement, but it's this dipshit.
Okay, so I don't have it in my fun facts, but I read it, and basically the original version of this movie was Ernest was taking over from Santa. Okay, and Disney went, no,
There's no way.
we're not doing that. So
I
then
feel
they
like
had to
Santa
change
was
it.
a very touchy thing, but like you wouldn't be making these spoofs nowadays where Santa's some badass blowing people in a smithereens.
By
and
the
shit.
way, I'm going to see that.
I know, me
Violent
too.
Night. Oh, it looks so good.
But you couldn't make stuff like this back in the day. There's
No.
there's no way.
Like Krampus, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Or there was the one with Bill Goldberg that played something too, where he
Krampus
was like,
was great.
yeah, good shit.
It wasn't great, but it was definitely cool and weird.
Yeah, it was different, and it
kind of creepy.
was entertaining. Was it good? No, but it was.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. So, all right, Randy, what was your favorite part or scene and your favorite character?
My favorite character was one of the weird warehouse guys.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like when he did the eye thing. It really fucking bothered me a lot.
Yeah.
I think because of the fucking noise. Like, dude,
It's funny though.
didn't need it.
That's how it was back in the day.
But
Yeah.
I only liked him because of the scene when the animal control came in. He was just sitting there reading a magazine, chewing on a toothpick, and then he just looks up at the reindeer, looks back at him, and just leaves it at that.
I mean, that's slapstick
thought that
comedy
was-
right there, right?
Yeah,
you know what I
that was
mean?
good.
And that's the thing, like you're not getting with the eyeballs. That was what movies were back then. Like there were comedy movies. They were doing stupid stuff to like get a cheap pop, and that's the style of movie that Ernest
them.
is, right? So I mean, if you don't get it, then you just don't get it, and it's not funny. And I understand.
It
that.
was like a cartoon, which is why I said
what it is.
Well,
I think it would have been better as a cartoon.
but that's what Ernest is. He's a live action cartoon.
He's a
Yeah,
character.
right? Exactly, playing other characters.
Like I know everyone's
He's
a
a
character,
dude
but
playing a dude disguised as another dude.
you like when you describe someone and someone's so like outwards and verbose, you describe them
Yeah.
as a character.
Sure, yeah.
And that's this guy cranked to 10. He's almost too much. Imagine Pastanowitz, right?
Oh my god, he
But
is Ernest.
crank that even further,
I can't.
like exponentially, and you get Ernest. That's what you get.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. I could
I know
see
listeners
Sean
out here don't know. Sean was on one of our one of our podcasts, Spaceballs.
Yeah, we did Spaceballs. Yep.
And
It was on
Sean,
there.
Sean was the guy that spilt shit everywhere, wore space pants.
yeah, I forgot about that.
So just so you have kind of like a lead into this person, Sean, I think is Ernest, but dialed down.
I think you're right. And you know what? I would watch a movie with Sean being.
I would too.
I would
It'd be
watch a
hilarious.
movie with just Sean being Sean.
Exactly.
Now, standing in a room with him for more than 20 minutes, I'm like, I love you, Sean.
I love every
just-
bit of it. I love all of
Just
it.
breathe for a second. That's all I want.
We were all in a band together too.
Oh,
That's so good.
I don't know how it happened.
I'm in a band with him now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I'll be in a band with Sean until I die.
Well, you're in 2 bands with him if you want to think about it.
Yeah.
You're doing the Motorboat Company.
He's my favorite, man. He's one of those special human beings.
Yeah.
I like him.
He's a good
There's
cat.
select group of people. He's one of them.
I like. Do you have a favorite part or scene in this movie, Walter?
I love all the slapstick shit, but the taxi scene in the beginning where he's driving backwards, stops, dude fucking falls out of the taxi. He's like, you can't do that. He picks it back up, sets him in, puts the tree in there
You can't
afterwards,
get out of here, mister.
and then
Did I download the wrong trailer? Because it's like showing Die Hard scenes with Ernest. Oh my God, I just
Wait,
realized
what?
this. They made
Hold
it into
on,
like
hold
a fucking Die Hard movie, but with Ernest. Look. That's
Ernest
amazing.
just blew up Nakatomi Plaza.
I just
Ernest
realized,
is
look.
Oh, this is perfect.
Oh my God, I didn't even realize
This
that.
is
Look,
perfect.
fucking, I know Randy can't see it, but I was wondering because
Oh
I
my
downloaded
God.
it. I'm like, when's there a plane? I was like, well, I guess that's when they come in the beginning. But that dude's the guy in the beginning. And he's
it? Yeah,
also
100%,
yeah,
100%.
he's the guy that
He's
oh,
fine.
he's back. Oh my God, this is amazing.
I wonder what the I know you can't show the music, but I'm curious.
Right, it's probably like this.
But that was the
summer
guy right there. That was
Yeah.
the scene with the dude that I was talking about.
to save Christmas.
Oh, who's there?
Ernest must
shit. Oh,
kill
the-
Hans Gruber. God damn it, dude! This is perfect. This is amazing.
This is the best. This should be your clip for the week.
Oh
Steve.
yeah, it's
Like
definitely-
100%. That's the scene right there. The
Look,
Christmas
he's
trees.
shooting. Dude, this is amazing. Randy, you got to look this
He
up.
doesn't
I
give a
don't.
shit.
Yeah,
Randy's
I
looking
know.
at his balls right now.
Yeah,
He
he's
doesn't
looking-
fucking-
He's like, he's looking at my sack. He's looking at my sack. Look at this motherfucker.
Oh my
No,
God.
that was great.
Good-
I'm glad
good
I
job,
fucked that
Steve.
up. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, Wally, favorite part of the scene you were saying until we.
You just saw it there, but it was the car scene in the very beginning where he's the
Okay,
taxi driver
yeah.
and he throws a Christmas tree in there. That part where he's like yanking him back and forth and he chucks him on the luggage conveyor belt.
And then we never
He's
see
like,
that
"Oh,
guy
here's your
again.
coat." There's a
And then why
coat.
were those Chinese guys
chasing him?
right?
Well, it's because they kind of ran him off the road.
Okay, but it's still kind of like, all right,
It's-
whatever.
I don't know, but that's the cartoon shit, right? Like
Yeah,
how-
no, you're right.
You know
You're
what
right,
I'm
you're
saying?
right. He's getting chased for no reason. My favorite part is definitely when he goes to Vern's house because
Yeah.
you always hear him talking about Vern. You've never actually seen him or anything, and this is the first time you don't see Vern, but you're the POV of him. And just the fact of he opens the door and slams it in his face at first.
It's so good.
Doesn't even phase him. He's like, oh, it's fine. It's Vern. He's fine. And then they open the door and he goes in and he's just in his face trying to set that tree up and like super over.
fucking chandelier.
Yeah. And just breaking everything. As he's walking in with the trees, he's hitting everything off the shelves and stuff. Doesn't realize it. Tries to, it'll be fine. It's up there. And it falls over and breaks. And then he's pulling on the fucking extension cord. And I know Randy thinks it's stupid. It's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious. It's great slapstick comedy through and through.
Perfect slapstick. comedy.
Exactly. And it works within the confines of the movie because then it always goes back to Santa Claus being serious and trying to do what he needs to do to find his replacement. And then you have Ernest just being fucking Ernest.
Yeah, 100%. Do you like Dumb and Dumber, Randall?
Yeah,
Okay.
Same fucking
sure
movie.
do. It's not the same.
I wouldn't call it the same, but it's got
It's the same.
like values when it comes to
Look.
like
So
some of
if
the slapstick.
I think if he didn't do
He just doesn't like the face.
the
That's
faces, the
We
faces,
all have our
that's
things.
what
We
throws
all
me
have
off.
our
If he didn't do those, I think it would have been fine.
But if you think Jim Carrey is literally a face,
it.
that's literally what it is.
Yeah.
You ever see
I
him
like his
manipulate?
face better.
You ever watch him tell that story about him doing the Grinch?
It's amazing.
And the kid, he like told the kid, and then he was like, they thought it was CG, but he actually did the face, and then the kid was like, "Oh my god," or the lady was like, "Oh my god."
He's got a great Clint Eastwood.
Oh, it's perfect.
I don't know how he can like
It's just you can tell he just spent time in front of a mirror.
yeah.
Like it's very
Hours.
malleable.
Yep.
His face, like the way he does his
Feeling
eyebrows. and
lucky
shit.
punk.
Yeah, 100%.
What a good oh no, slinks down. Back up.
I know what you're asking yourself now. How many did I shoot? Was it 6?
Or was it 5?
You ask yourself, do you feel lucky?
All right. Were we entertained by Ernest. I want to go to Randall first.
No, I was
Not at all.
Let's just get that out of the way. All
Let's
right, move
get
on.
that out of the way. Move on.
I touched my phone a lot
Well, you weren't paying attention to the movie then.
because it wasn't good.
Well, look, in his defense, you did the same thing for Elf.
No, I didn't.
You said
I said I
you
picked
looked
it
at
up, but I put it down, and I watched the movie, and I tried to watch it.
Randall, did you try to watch this?
I glanced up every once in a while. Then he did the face, and I was like, "Nope, I'm not watching it anymore." Went back to
Okay,
my
so
bed.
then you didn't watch the movie, so you have no say whatsoever with what's going on. I mean,
He watched part of it, and then fucking you guys both don't
I feel
like
like
it.
you're more butthurt over me not liking this than I am of you not liking Elf.
I'm not butthurt at all. I'm just
It's a
stating.
battle right
I'm just
now.
stating facts that this movie's better than Elf. It's written better. It's the dialogue even in this movie is
You will
Randall-
better.
see at the end.
Randall,
you will
if you-
see at the end.
If you had to have sex with either of these guys, which one would it be?
Oh, it's gonna be fucking Ernest. How many different characters can we get?
Yeah, hold on. I'm asking Randall. Who, if you had to
Will
have sex?
Ferrell, for sure.
It's
No.
not
It's
Will
not- no,
Ferrell.
not
It's
Will
not
Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the character.
You have to have sex with a kid.
Oh, I thought you were like comparing
Adult
the
kid.
movie still.
Oh, we're putting him in a box. You gotta have sex with a kid,
I'm
Randall.
Steving Randall, right?
I like
what I'm
it. I like it. I like it.
Anyways,
That's
no.
dirty.
It is dirty.
That is dirty.
We're still waiting for an answer.
Clear,
Don't
Clearly
answer
the
it.
old-
Don't
Yeah,
answer
yeah,
it.
Don't.
the ant.
The ant.
Yeah.
I know. Slinky
The-
Dog is the shit.
I know, right? You want it? You can
Female.
have-
No, I'm good.
Okay. Not Randy. Fuck Randy. Wally, were you entertained by Ernest Saves
Hell yeah.
Christmas?
You fucking do. I look like a psychopath.
Thank you.
Yes.
Maybe we are psychos and we don't
It
know
could
this.
be. It
Probably
could be.
we're sociopaths.
Let's see where this is at. Let's see how more crazy. How many?
No, not yet.
Wait.
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, okay. And we gotta wait till the end, Wally. And that's where we're gonna
Just
tally it.
checking in.
All right. Anyways, I was entertained by this movie. Obviously, I picked it. Now, I only picked it because I hadn't seen it in a while, and I did not pick Ernest Scared Stupid for Halloween. I wanted to do that
Good
for
choice.
Halloween.
Because that was one of mine too.
Yeah, and because I didn't do that, I was like, all right, well then I got to do the Christmas movie, right? It was one or the other. So picking this movie, I was like, good. I hadn't seen it in probably 10 years, right? It's been
Yeah.
a while, and it holds up. I think it's fine. I think it's not. I mean, let's be real. It's not the best movie, but it's not supposed to be a good movie. It's an Ernest movie.
It wasn't made to be a blockbuster
Right.
movie.
But what it did do, in what it's trying to be, was actually have a heartfelt message and kind of
Do you
written
think?
very
Do you think
well.
that was kind of like so? The '90s was like golden age of cinema. Late
Yeah.
'70s, right? '90s,
Mhm.
'90s, '70s. Those are. And the '80s had a bunch of weird shit. But I think this was like these were kind of like a transitional point
Yeah, for sure.
a lot of comedies and shit like that.
I agree with you because you had certain people that were becoming stars in comedy, not just it was a comedy, so it was funny. You have
Yeah.
people who are in other movies just to be comedic, and then again with Randy not liking.
I'm not saying this
slapstick
is
or-
golden cinema. Let me make sure to fucking get
well,
that
yeah,
out of the way.
Obviously not. I again, Randy's gonna be like, how do I say, surprised by what I rate this movie out of 10. But
What are you gonna rate it, Steve?
we'll get there.
You can't say that and fucking
No,
stop
we'll get there. Yeah.
catfishing people.
I ain't catfishing nothing. I'm talking
All right,
facts.
all right,
I'm
good, good.
spitting facts out here. So, would we recommend this to our mothers?
Yes, actually, I think my mom likes goofy stuff like this.
I bet you, Randy, your mom has seen this and was probably going to be very disappointed in you when
She's
she hears.
one of the people that commented on my post on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
So,
All right, we'll
What'd she-
hear
what'd she
later.
say? What'd she
no,
say?
no, no,
What'd she-
we're going to hear
No,
later.
No, tell me now.
All right.
All right, we can hear
What
it
it-
later. That's fine.
All right, we'll hear
oh,
later.
she said Elf. She said Elf.
Oh, did you just say Elf, or did she say I've seen both movies and I prefer Elf over Ernest? There's a difference
Actually,
there.
yeah, she said exactly that, Steve. Yeah.
I want to see the screenshot.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Well, again, because here's the thing too, right? And I'm just talking out loud. If I've never seen Ernest and somebody puts that question up, oh yeah, Elf's better.
Well, that's what I was getting at. I completely
Why like Elf?
put this with the assumption that people are gonna like Elf. Elf's like 1,000 times bigger than this movie was.
Oh yeah, for sure. But for the
Yeah.
people that grew up in
Better.
our era, there's no way you hadn't
I
seen
don't
an
think- I don't
Ernest
think it's-
movie,
I don't think
and
it's better.
possibly this. So,
I think it's more produced. I do not think it's better.
oh, it's definitely more produced.
Yeah.
But
Exactly. I'll measure a movie on production value. You know what I'm saying? Not very much.
I measure it on my enjoyment.
Exactly.
Mm.
And how I feel at the end.
Oh, I felt very good. John Cherry, the director of this movie and most of the other Ernest movies, said that he thought this was the best of the Ernest movies.
See? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm partial, but it's great. I feel
Shut
like
the fuck up, Randall.
This is probably the most, well, like I said, I think it's the most dialed in.
I think it's the most
Ernest.
well-rounded
Yeah.
actual movie.
Yeah.
Do I enjoy other movies with Ernest more than this movie? I kind of do. But those movies are less of a movie. It's just skits almost, right?
Sure.
So, if so facto, you work
I'm your
for me
boss.
now, right?
I'm the boss.
The reindeer in the film were flown from northern Ontario, Canada to the film's production, Orlando,
There
Florida.
it is.
I didn't say that because of that.
You
During
should try to
filming,
do that every time.
I
Steve.
should. Just something
Let's
Canadian.
just tie something Canadian to that.
Canadian.
Santa and his elves are from Toronto. No, during filming, production ran into trouble when on the reindeer's first day on set, it was in 95-degree heat. Their antlers began to shed, literally falling off, exposing bloody nubs.
That's how it is. You
Yeah.
ever seen that shit
It's
before? It's horrific. It's
crazy.
horrific.
Reindeer makeup was called in, prop antlers were considered, but the reindeer weren't having it. Ultimately, the reindeer scenes were rescheduled and reshot in Nashville, Tennessee 2 months later.
That's wild.
That's kind of...
That's wild.
That's a cool fun fact.
That's wild. If you ever watch like videos of that, it's fucking crazy. It's like skin.
It's me. Like,
It's
yeah.
just blood everywhere and skin.
Well, people don't realize antlers have like a fur on them almost.
Not all of them, but yeah.
But reindeer.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I think moose are the same. No, moose aren't the same way.
I think specific moose.
Meese.
Maybe. Yeah.
A
you might be
moose,
right.
depending on those.
A
You know,
moose.
a moose is like fucking 8 feet tall.
It's correct. Have you seen like
Scary.
the biggest ones?
And where they're running, they're like
the size of a semi truck. It looks like. I know they're
and
not,
going
but
faster.
yeah, you're gonna die.
Yeah. You
They're-
going to die.
I feel like they're even more dangerous. I haven't lived in an area
they
like
are.
that, but I feel like they'd be more dangerous. They're kind of like the hippo concept, where it's like,
Oh.
oh, majestic. No, you're gonna get mauled.
You know, more humans die from hippos than they do from shark attacks.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
That's
heard
what I'm
about them? Man dies from hippo. No.
saying.
You want to be embarrassed?
Hippos are vicious.
Oh yeah.
Vicious creatures.
Fuck you up.
Knocking people out of boats and shit.
Mhm.
That's wild. Anyway.
Give it that map. No. This was the first movie filmed at Disney MGM Studios, now officially named Disney's Hollywood Studios in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, it's the big boy one.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, right? Like the first movie ever filmed in this big thing that they made was an
Ernest.
Ernest movie.
It's so weird. It's so fucking weird.
Right. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Oh, we were talking about the Grinch earlier, right?
Yeah.
And this is a little bit of a tangent, but
Sure.
I saw a picture with full decked out, full costume, full makeup, Jim Carrey and the Grinch, and then the Nutty Professor. They were
Oh.
filming at the same time in the
I saw
same
that too.
studio.
Yeah.
It was the
And
same
they're
picture.
just sitting beside each
but
other,
they
like
were all
hanging out.
in makeup and shit. Like, I thought it was the coolest thing.
That's wild. You know what? I need
Do you
to go
imagine
back
how much that happens, right?
a lot.
Yeah.
So in my brain, the Grinch is way newer than the Nutty Professor.
It's like this close to the same, isn't
So
it?
I'm pretty sure the Nutty Professor
few
2
years, maybe?
is what was filmed when Grinch came out. Because Grinch
That
came
might
out in
have
like
been it.
2000.
It
And
is
I think
later.
Nutty Professor 1 was like 97 or 98,
Sure.
right? So in my brain, the
Eddie
Grinch...
Murphy, big
Yeah,
Eddie Murphy.
The Grinch has just come out to me still. I don't know why. It's just, it feels like this new thing. I don't know why.
The Grinch should be up there too. That's one that I kind of forget about, but the Grinch is that's a Christmas movie and a half too, man. That should be up there, I think.
I like that movie, but I enjoy the original cartoon more because
I think
I don't like the I'm not saying I don't like the backstory. I'm just saying that the whole idea of the Grinch was he was just mean to be mean.
yeah.
And then in the movie, they show that, okay, well, he was being bullied his whole life. So then you're like, well, yeah,
They
fuck
gave-
everybody.
It's funny too because if you listen to the songs, like the big songs about the Grinch, yeah, the Grinch
Yeah.
is just a jackass
Right.
throughout the whole songs too.
And
Like every bit of the music.
I'd rather him be an asshole to be an asshole than, oh, well, everybody in this
Curmudgeon, he was
town.
a fucking dick.
Right, but everybody in this town was an asshole to me when I was a
Everyone
child.
needs that glow up, Steve. Everybody, you can't write a story, especially in that era, even late '90s. You can't write.
Yeah,
a,
no, you're right. But what I'm saying is, why all of a sudden does he have to change a heart to be like, oh no, these people are cool now? They're still assholes. They made fun of him all his life. Now
Yeah.
he's like, oh, I'm not an asshole because I accept that you were guys like fuck.
They're all assholes.
Exactly.
all of them,
Except the dog.
except for the dog.
The dog was the best part of that movie. Any movie that I see, if there's a dog in it, if that dog dies, I'm writing you a letter.
I still haven't heard back from Will Smith.
That cocksucker. Sorry, that jive turkey.
Oh, shit, you know, called you cocksucker.
I mean, I called you a CS, a
You
cocksucker.
ever been punched in the jejunum?
In the jejunum. What was the fuck? What does he say with the bear? Where he's like, all right, if I say this, you know, my
is it a
safe word.
I can't remember. What it is.
God damn it! I need to watch that movie again.
Have you seen Semi Pro, Randall? If you like Will Ferrell, have you
Yeah.
seen Semi Pro?
Yeah, I have.
I like Semi-Pro. A
I
lot of
like
people
it
don't
too.
like that movie. I love Semi-Pro.
I feel like it's because it's just a little wandering. Like it's just them figuring it out. But I love it too.
Full-fledged feral on a weird
Oh, yeah.
backing story. You know,
is.
It's hilarious.
After the first test screening in Burbank, when director John R. Cherry, the third, saw Michael Eisner and Jeffrey Katzenberg. These are the two big guys in Disney. So at this time, Michael Eisner would be like the president of Disney,
Old big
and
dick
Jeffrey
himself.
Katzenberg would be like number 2. Called him over to a nearby Denny's to talk. He thought they're going to use the hammer, which meant canceling his contract. It turned out that they did not want to change the contract from a 3-piece deal. They changed it to a 6-picture deal.
Oh, look at him.
So Randall, these geniuses went, this Ernest movie, awesome. I want 6 more.
I'm curious if they're
5
all
more.
get them?
5 more.
all profitable.
What was that?
Did they get those?
Oh yeah, they made. Yeah.
Were they all
There's
profitable?
Ernest Saves
That's
the
what I
Day.
want to
There's
know.
Ernest Rides Again. There's Ernest goes to jail. There's Ernest goes to camp. There's Ernest goes to
Goes
the
to Camp
army
was
or
great.
something. There's a whole bunch of them.
I'm curious if they were
Was
all
this the first one?
made money. I'm
No,
curious.
so the originally Ernest was like a sketch comedy. Like it wasn't a movie. It was just like I think it was a direct-to-TV something, but he was like in a bunch of different skits as this character playing other characters, and then there was other people doing other things, and because of that, that character got bigger and then created more with it. John R. Cherry III is the guy who directed all of this and has been directing it. Now, I do want to say one thing. This is just kind of crazy to think about. Imagine, if you will, you
Imagine.
are this director, and the two biggest guys in entertainment in Disney at this point say, hey, let's go to this Denny's right here.
Let's get a couple of these grand slams. Let's fucking pan down these
That's what
grand
I'm saying.
slams.
Let's
talk
pound these
business.
right. Let's talk business in a Denny's.
Honestly, I respect the game.
I
You
mean,
know what I'm saying?
but like, okay, I'm a kid, right?
you're
and I'm
making
sitting
millions
there.
of dollars, but you're going to a Denny's also.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're going to a Denny's. Like, unless Denny's was the hot spot in the 80s, you know what I mean? That was like the place that everybody was going. But
Denny's was pretty big back in the day.
I just find that hilarious. Like, we do our business at Denny's.
My grandpa
Yeah.
would take me to Denny's.
That's
He'd
kinda
get
cool.
the same thing for years. He'd go to the same fucking Denny's. Get the same thing.
Where's Denny's at here? Is it in front?
Waldorf?
There's not one down here anymore?
No.
That's Bob Evans, is what
There's
I'm
Bob
thinking of.
Evans. There's
they
IHOP.
closed Denny's.
IHOP
Where
is
was-
gone,
where
but
was
there
it?
was one in Waldorf.
Where the IHOP is by Target.
No, that was
It
Ruby
was Denny's.
Tuesdays. That was Ruby Tuesdays.
Where the fuck is Denny's?
Oh, Denny's was Damon's, and now it turned into like Plaza Azteca or something, I think.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
I worked at Damon's for a day.
This
The lady ordered a BLT, and then asked me to take off the bacon.
I was like, well, then it's an LT.
And then yelled at me, and I walked out.
I don't need this
I'm
shit.
not fucking around with you. I never went back. I was like, there's no way I'm doing this.
That's amazing.
Here you go, Steve. You
What do you got? What do you got?
So the Ernest movies, there's 5 there at least.
Okay, so we got Ernest Saves Christmas. This is gross.
Gross. Yeah.
Okay, so Ernest Saves Christmas at 28 mil. Ernest Goes to Jail, 25 mil. Wow, that's more than I thought. Ernest Goes to Camp at 23. Ernest Scared Stupid at only 14. And then Ernest Rides Again at $1.4 million.
People realize they suck.
Dude, that's my favorite Ernest, though, is Ernest Rides Again.
I think I'm scared stupid. That's what I think I like. the
Well,
most.
so I just don't see that as an Ernest movie. Like I said, it feels hocus pocusy to me. Like they're in that universe, and then Ernest just shows up and starts doing Ernest stuff.
Goes to Jail is really good too.
Yeah, goes to camp. They're all good. You know what? I'm going on an Ernest motherfucking binge, and I'm gonna watch them all. I don't give a shit. Randy, you're gonna come to my house. Look at his face. You're gonna come to my house. I'm gonna be watching it, and you're just gonna turn around and walk out. I know you.
I will leave.
I will leave. I will leave right now.
Look at that bottom quote. This is a guy I used to work with. Read that bottom quote.
Ernest Saves Christmas goes well with the cranberry sauce shaped like a can. I feel at one with the Yuletide. Know what I mean? But he said it wrong. Know what I mean? Know what I
Yeah,
mean? Know what I
that-
mean, Vern?
I love Chad. He's a genius, by the way.
Mhm.
He's a super intellectual guy.
Have I met this guy before?
He used to work at my music store.
So I probably have
You
met him
probably
like
seen
once or
him.
twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this, look, it's funny because
Goes with a perfectly
there's-
shaped can of cranberry sauce. What a
there's-
man.
There's a theme, minus maybe one of these people on here, that I consider all these people intelligent.
Randall.
Where's Randall's post? I want to look at Randall's.
We're almost there. We're
Are you
almost
on
there. Hold
Facebook,
on.
Randall, or did you do it on Instagram?
I did it on Facebook.
We did it on Facebook. We're almost there. Hold on.
No, hold on. I'm fucking.
Some people feel
I'm
that
in
this particular Ernest film doesn't feel like that much of an Ernest film. That is because this was made from an already existing screenplay, and Ernest was later shoehorned in. The Walt Disney Company's Buena Vista Pictures had an original script with the concept of Santa Claus retiring. However, writer-director Tom Eberhardt was approached to rewrite the screenplay and created a Christmas story with Santa and adults. So Eberhardt wrote a new screenplay in 3 weeks. Disney flipped it over and told Ebert that they liked it, but they're going to set it in Orlando and turn it into an Ernest movie. Ebert took his name off the picture and is not credited on screen at all.
That's fucked up.
You know, I love you.
Okay, what?
I just went through all Randall's people that commented on his posts.
Oh, here we go.
The theme is constant. That
Dumb
theme.
motherfucker.
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. No.
Oh, Jesus.
The theme is relatively consistent here.
Well, so, and you know what? I'm not trying to sound better than anybody, but
I'm the best.
But you come to my house. You know what I'm saying is people who
I like Elf. I was the only person that's been like, I like both of these movies.
Mhm.
I think Elf's a little whack, but
Well,
I still like it.
That's what I was gonna say.
I like
Elf-
this movie more than I like Elf, but
So-
I have my specific reasons.
Elf seems lowbrow humor to me. I know Randy's sitting there going, "What?" Ernest doesn't seem as lowbrow.
Yeah.
It's smart, slapstick, stupid
It's
comedy.
quick. He's quick.
Exactly, right? Like some of the stuff that he's doing, you don't even notice it's a joke, but then you start laughing.
Yeah. So like when he's explaining like the German out, like some of these terms in here, like some of the stuff he's spitting out, you
Right.
don't really know what it is.
Exactly.
So
Or just when he's talking like in different voices or different characters, or when he's the old lady talking about how their sons like disappointed him and they're like, "Oh, that's that's what I get. The good one died." Like all that stuff. You're like, what?
it's funny. I like
Right.
how our argument at this point is like we're bashing people we think are stupid. I know clearly Randall's not dumb. He just hates his fucking
I know.
movie, but I'm trying
All
to
right.
find every excuse I
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do final decisions, and then we're gonna do the polls,
the tally.
the tally on everything. So
Okay.
final decision out of 10. I'm gonna go to Wally first, then Randall, then me, so that because I know where it's going.
Okay. So yet again, the struggle is real to rate a movie for what it is and not for how I feel about the movie. This movie I'm going to give in the middle of a solid 6.5.
6.5.
Yeah, and it's because me would rate it higher. Me neutral would probably rate it a little bit lower than that. So we're going to go right there. Right in the
6.5.
middle.
I like it.
6.5.
Randy.
I'm gonna stay right in the middle because I never even heard of this movie before until you brought it up. Obviously, I'm too young to have
I'm
enjoyed
too
it when
young.
it first came out.
making fun of me.
But there's still things that I don't like about the movie. I get how it can be wholesome, cool. I think it would have been better if they just kept it as a Santa Claus movie, and he was retiring. Would have been a lot better. But
What do you mean without Ernest?
5.
Yeah, he's saying without
Yes,
Ernest.
without Ernest,
Without the
yeah.
side comedy.
Yeah. So you said what?
Yes,
5?
5.
Just straight 5.
This
Okay.
movie without him, I feel is like a lot of other.
Exactly. That's what
Movies, right?
separates this
Films.
movie from being just a by the books movie. Take him out of it, and you have
That's what saving Christmas movies are, though. If you think about it, a lot of them is like consistently with Santa Claus, and
Right.
then maybe someone
Something
not
else.
believing,
Yep.
and then and then some
Well,
guy
so
comes along and is like either
the-
lifts it or he's the one not believing. So
If
it's
you-
like one of the two things.
So break this down real quick
Or he
because
or she, sorry.
you have a lot of characters in this movie and they all do a different thing, right? Ernest is being Ernest. Cool, do his thing, but he helps save the day. Without Ernest,
He saves Christmas.
he saves Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Then you have the girl in here, right? Who doesn't need to be in the movie but also offers that I don't believe in Santa Claus. I don't believe in this. I'm running away from my family. I'm being the cooler person and oh yeah, fine, fuck this shit. And like how you're even introduced to her is like kind of cool. Like, well, not cool, but like you get her character right away with her saying, "Oh, well, my brother does this to me all the time, and I just got to find him because he runs out of the check for me. I don't have any money." And then, "Oh, look, he's over there." And the guy's like, "Okay, yeah, no, seriously." And then looks, and then she dips, and it's like, I get her character right away. And then the
They
story
all have
arc.
character development.
That's what I'm saying. The story arc she
evenly
goes over.
spread out too.
Right.
By the way,
And you see it coming. Even Santa Claus and Ernest see it coming. Ernest, to me, shows right there, he's not fucking stupid. He
Yeah.
says, I think we should check this. I got a feeling.
his moral compass is there.
Right.
It's
right.
locked in.
So even Santa Claus is like, I mean, all right, we'll check it if you want. That's fine. I trust people. You got to trust people, right? And they check it, but guess what? As she goes out the door, she fucking takes it afterwards.
Yeah.
And to me, like, you don't need it in the movie, but putting all that in the movie adds character and heart to it, and like realistic things.
That's why
that
that
somebody's gonna go
interaction
through.
when she came back with that sack,
Right.
it felt it felt legitimate.
It was
You know what I'm saying?
earned, is what it was.
Exactly.
Right? You don't have that.
Something you youngins don't respect.
That's what I'm saying.
Nowadays.
What is earned? not to put these two movies together, but we're about to. What is earned in Elf?
The only thing that could be argued, I feel, is the dad. And it's not earned. I wouldn't say it's earned.
Not earned.
But the moving of the where his mindset shifts.
Well, I get it, but it only shifts in one scene when he's trying to pitch that thing, and the guy's like, "I don't care, just do what you need to." And he's like, "But Dad."
That could be argued. I'm just doing so all the other characters everyone has that moment. Well, for the most part, has that moment where they're like, okay, we're teetering the other way now. And she has that. You see it. She's sitting there, and like you said, those kids are talking to her.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she's like, oh, shit, I just stole Christmas, essentially. And then she's like, all right, we got to go back.
Yeah.
And then you see it with Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sitting there at the table, and he sees him flying around. He's like, oh, this is legit. He's like,
Well,
I got
got
somewhere to go. I got another job interview.
The cool thing is he's still standing on his morals when he's trying to shoot that monster, and they're just like, "You son of a!"
By the way, that's the most hated character for me. Is that fucking
monster?
No, the big guy, the movie deal guy, the producer.
Oh yeah. Well, obviously,
he's got
a super fucking eye
yeah,
too.
Fuck that guy.
But he, like I said, he even goes through a moral dilemma there. Like, do I get the payday? That it seems like they don't say how much, but obviously, you're locked in, and they even say this is going to be a bunch of movies with this. So like,
no, but I'm sticking to my fucking guns, you
right,
bitch.
Exactly. But he shaves, and then he dyes his hair too, so he's kind of thinking about it, and then obviously he needs the sleigh to finally go through with it. But you still see that look, I'll sign this if we can take out the swearing and the violence, right?
Yeah.
And then that dude just goes off on him, which I'm sure
you're not a big actor. Blah,
right.
blah, 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 blah.
I wonder if that was maybe a shoehorned in something that happened with like Jim Varney, and they're just like, "You're not a big one. We ain't giving you shit. You'll be Ernest."
It could be.
So I don't know. There's just more here to everything compared to, and I get Elf isn't supposed to be.
So we're drawing
so big.
parallels here. So like you have the main characters, right? So you have the girl, you have Santa, you have Ernest, and then you have Joe.
Attention. Yep.
And then Elf.
Right.
You got Elf. You got his dad, and then the girl. Those are the three.
Well, you got the son too, or his brother. His brother.
Son's not supposed to have. He's sidelining a character arc. If whatever, you can make the argument that he might be the fourth, but I'm
I got you.
You got main characters, but the development in Ernest is way more than you see with those three guys.
I would honestly.
Elf stays consistent for the most part. The dad does a little flip over. And
I don't think Elf changes at all, or Buddy doesn't change at all.
Exactly.
He just
make the argument that Elf doesn't, or Ernest doesn't. Ernest stays constant. But I do believe
he doesn't need to change though.
Who, Elf or Ernest?
Ernest does not need to change.
I don't.
And Elf does.
Well, yeah, because he's
to exist. Yes, 100%.
Because he thinks he's an elf and he thinks he's this. Now, obviously, he figures it out, but he doesn't change who he is.
If you gave both of them an IQ test, I still think Ernest would win.
100%. I think he's got that like Rain Man shit going on.
Yeah.
But he's not
pencils.
Right. Exactly. He knows what's going on. So, all right, my final decision. I'm going to give this movie a 6 out of 10. Right. I know nostalgia is big with Ernest with me for sure. Right. I do. It's a problem with me. I would say being on a movie podcast, I need to look at certain things critically, and I can't because nostalgia kind of clouds my judgment. But with this movie, as we've talked about, there's so much character development. And if you weren't really there when, Ernest was this popular or was like everywhere, I mean, he wasn't like a huge deal. Like he wasn't like breaking, box office records or going everywhere, but he was still a big deal for, kids in that demographic. And I watched it. All my friends watched it. We fucking laughed. You probably wouldn't get the humor of everything that's going on if you're not from that, certain part in time. And I think that's what's kind of passing you by there, Randy, and not to, throw shade or anything. I feel like you just weren't in the era in which this comedy was the only comedy we had. So it was just, that was it, right? That was funny and that's all you knew. So if you're growing up later and you're like, well, this isn't funny because I know better things. Like Dumb and Dumber came out after this and did this better for sure, but it's still the same type of slapstick humor and the same type of I'm dumb, but I'm smart, but I'm really fucking dumb. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's why I gave it a 5.
Right.
Because
yeah.
I wasn't there for it, and I'm watching it in 2022.
If you weren't, what would you have given it, Randall? What lower score would have like a 4?
if it was like me actually watching the movie, knowing the movie,
Yeah.
or what do you mean?
Without any leeway, knowing that you don't have any taste for something you never had before, right? So it's like you weren't gifted this on a silver
if
platter.
I've never seen a movie like this, I probably would have given it maybe like close to like a 6.5, 7.
Oh,
Okay.
But I've seen better.
okay. That's probably a better answer. To be
Seen
honest.
better days, Lois. I've seen better days. Yeah, no, and I've given a movie sort of like this a really bad score. The Pest. We always bring it back. I gave The Pest a 0.8. Now,
This is almost blasphemous. You said like this.
well, okay, the character being dumb.
Yes.
That's the only thing I'll give.
We
to
should
it,
have
right?
a dumbass shootout
Ooh,
where it's
okay.
like we pick the dumbest characters we know, like legitimately, they're
And then
just really
put them together.
and just
Who's the worst?
line them all up.
It's
right?
The Pest.
He's pretty dumb. Yeah,
You killer quacky.
he's pretty dumb.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's
You
pretty
know,
bad.
maybe we should do Biodome.
It's on my list. I love Biodome.
God damn it!
I
We have the
love
same
Biodome.
list. We have the same fucking list.
Probably. We got. Let's be real, Wally. We're best friends for a reason. We probably like all the exact same things.
He farts and he's like, smells like
Let's
peanut butter
tally
and
this
jelly.
shit up.
All right, we're gonna tally this shit up. We
Cheetos.
got a 5.5, we got a 5, and we got a 6. I'd say look at that median 5.5. I think that's
Sure.
what was the IMDb score, Wally?
It was
5.6.
Yeah.
5.6. Look at that. Ooh,
There we go.
cool. So let's tally this shit up. What do you got there,
Yeah, Wally,
Randall?
grab my book.
Grab your book.
I have your book.
The book that
Write
Tara
down
doesn't
Elf
like.
and then Ernest, and we're gonna.
Tally.
Oh, okay. All right. Elf. Oh, we're doing the social media stuff. Ernest. Draw my little line. Are we just going yays and nays?
Yays and nays your face.
Yeah, I'm not gonna count the ones that say both, so I'm gonna leave those ones out.
Okay.
'Cause-
Let me.
That wasn't my question. I said Elf or Ernest Save Christmas.
God.
Fucking 1, 2.
All right. I have 6 likes and
So the 6 likes.
5 comments, 2 with quotes. How would I do that?
Okay, hold on. So I'm looking at
And
yours
one
right
says
now.
both stink is bad.
So take that out. There's no. That's nothing.
And one is Die Hard overall.
That's nothing. Well, hold on. There's Die Hard in this movie. If we've seen that trailer we just watched.
No,
Ernest,
we can't
Ernest
we
blows
can't
up the
doc-
we
Nakatomi
fucking
Plaza.
doing that.
We
I'm not
can't
counting the
doctor
ones
it.
that say
We can't.
both.
Okay,
We
okay.
can't
hold
So
on.
you can't count ones that say fucking Die Hard.
I can do what I want. It's my show, motherfucker. No, it's-
Fuck you. That's not how this works.
I'm
That's
gonna
not how any of this works.
so you can do 1,
I'm gonna
2,
go 8. I'm gonna go 8.
3, 4. Well, no, you have 6 like. Okay, but one person liked it and then commented.
Okay, let's do 7 then. Hold on. This is getting confusing. It's still stacking up too.
No,
by
hold
the
on.
way.
You got 6 likes because there's 2 loves. So let's go 6 plus 1, 2, 3, 4.
So 10. We're going 10.
So 10 for that.
10 for Ernest. Randall, what do you got for yours? Give me yours.
I have 7 for Elf.
Because I don't have any for Elf on mine.
Yeah.
7 for Elf?
Fight me. Did nobody comment on yours? 'Cause
No,
that's all
people.
got
I would
comments on mine.
expect way more people
See,
if I
that's-
said fight me to comment on my shit
Yeah, you're right.
against me. Anyways, what'd you say, Randall?
7 for Elf.
7 for Elf. Did you count your likes and shit or just comments?
I'm just counting the comments.
You got to do your likes because we did likes too.
But if somebody
I don't-
liked
I
it,
don't have any
who-
likes on mine
oh well, then
Okay.
nobody.
because I
nobody
put
likes
Elf or Ernest Saves Christmas. Like
Oh,
asking
okay.
the question,
okay.
which
All right,
one's
all
better.
right, right.
Okay.
Yeah. So Ernest. Yeah. 1, 2,
Well, we Ernest already
3,
won.
4. I got 4.
Okay. Well, it's decided.
That is 14 for Ernest and 7 for Elf. I think we know who wins.
I say we come back to this once this gets
Okay.
to sit a little
all right,
bit longer.
all right,
you know what
all
I'm
right.
saying? Let's
Sit,
not
sit
be
on
too
it
biased.
for a couple days.
That's what she said. But let's not be too fucking biased about it. Let's give some people some time to see this
All right.
shit.
All right. I did put it on Twitter on our Decision Reel podcast Twitter
yeah,
as well.
So let's
Let it marinate.
let's do it until
marinate.
Tuesday.
No,
We'll
no,
come
we
back
could
to
do
it,
it.
look
Yeah,
up.
yeah, we
Sure.
could do it until the next episode, and we can do the final final decision on that. But I would say Ernest got a pretty big lead to keep up. I don't know if her Elf's going to come back.
We'll see. We'll see. I feel like more people will say Elf, but that's just me. We also have Tara, so let's put 8 there. She's definitely.
Oh, you're right. She said
she's an
Elf. She
elfer.
said Elf.
She can elf off.
She can elf herself. What?
She
On the
she
shelf.
Was counted in mine. She was counted in mine.
Oh, she
Don't
was.
count her
Oh,
in.
okay.
Oh, never mind. You can't. You don't get an extra.
I did,
you
I
don't-
didn't
you don't get
include
another.
Me, though.
You didn't put what?
I didn't include me. Are we including ourselves?
No, we are not
I didn't-
including
I didn't
ourselves.
include
Okay, okay.
I didn't include me or Steve. Steve or
Okay.
I.
Right.
Cool.
Well, I think I like both of these movies. I like Ernest a little bit more. I like Elf,
Mm-hmm.
but I've also realized that Christmas movies overall, for the most part, I'm not a big fan of.
Well, speaking of that,
Holiday
Wally,
movies, I'm not a big fan of.
speaking of, it's your pick this coming week, and it is Christmas time.
I have to do it. You're
you
fucking,
you have to do it.
I have to do it.
You have to do it. So what are you picking for next week?
I didn't give. Hold on.
Hold-
Give me like 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
me
Randall,
30
how was
give me
your your night, Randall?
30 seconds. Go.
What did you do?
My
when you
night,
get-
my night has been great.
Oh, look
my,
at you.
My day was a little.
I know what I want.
No, never mind.
There we
Fuck you,
go.
Randall. What do you
I
got?
want to do Turbo Man.
Ooh, Jingle All the Way. That's where I
Yes.
thought you were going.
Yeah.
Where were you going first, though?
No, that's where
That was it?
I just didn't think. I was like, I didn't think it was my turn, so I didn't.
No, it's your turn. It's got to be Jingle All the Way.
Turbo Man. Jingle all the way, baby.
Jingle All the Way.
Arnold
Put it on
Schwarzenegger.
Plex. Put it on Plex.
It's probably on.
I know
Something.
Tara doesn't like this movie. Tara said she didn't like it, right?
Can suck it. Jingle. It's not how you spell jingle. Let's see where-
Jingle.
Jingle all. For what? 96. Wow. Wow.
It's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put it on Plex. It's not on anything.
Fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger, some Sinbad.
Get down. What are you doing?
That dude that got his head cut off by his wife. What's his name?
Fucking Phil Hartman.
Phil
I love
Hartman.
Phil Hartman.
Yeah, he's in that. His wife's a little wacky too. I can't
Pissing
remember.
in their ocular cavities.
It's good, man. I like
yeah,
this one.
Jingle All the Way is pretty good.
It's another kind of a B Christmas. It's not a mainstream Christmas
yeah,
one,
but I feel like it's definitely a Christmas movie.
yeah, it's not as B as the one we just did.
True.
Yeah,
Very
so
true.
it's like we dove straight blockbuster with Elf.
We did.
We definitely stepped way far back with Ernest. Not way, but pretty far back.
Yeah.
And I think we found a little middle ground with Jingle All the Way.
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, it's going to be Randy's turn again to pick a Christmas.
Tara's.
Is it Tara's? What did you
Yeah,
pick?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you picked Elf. So, yeah, it would be
I picked Elf.
Tara's.
Yeah.
And then after that, I believe it will be our 100th episode, our special
I'm excited.
blowout
for this one.
where we're going to review our own first episode while reviewing the movie that we did on that episode, which is Ready to Rumble, one of the dumbest, stupidest, but
I
I'm
like
gonna, I'm
it.
going to watch it every
I
year.
love that shit.
I love it. WCW, some wrestling. We're talking about Sting. Fucking is
Was
Macho,
this at my house?
Macho
Did
Man's
you
in
review
it.
this at my house? Is this the
We did, yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
okay,
why it's
okay.
coming full circle, right? So we're gonna
So
have a
awesome.
previous guest, a previous host is gonna guest star on that as well. Who knows who it's gonna be? We'll find out when you listen to that episode. But we're looking forward to it, and it's gonna be pretty good. I hope you guys wanna listen in.
Stay tuned, fuckers.
Stay tuned, Randy. Where can you find us to listen or follow us?
You can find us. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. You can follow us there at The Decision Reel, or you can go to our website where we have shirts.
Ooh,
And you
shirts.
can find every other podcast that we've done too.
Correct.
Speaking of shirts,
Speaking of,
I had mine on today.
oh, look at you. Let's see it. Go. You got to stand up a little bit.
There's bits. Oh,
I can't see. Oh, look at that. Is it on the back too? Look at that. The Decision Reel Movie Podcast.
Nice.
Actually looks pretty good. I haven't had that. I haven't gotten one of those shirts, but look into the
stretched
new
it
year.
back out.
He stretched it back out. Look at him. In the new year, we're
Hey-o.
going to do a cool rebrand of everything. We're going to have a new set of merch coming out. We're going to have a bunch of stuff, maybe some hats to buy and shit. We're going to be doing some crazy shit here at the Decision Reel, so tune in for that.
Moving on up.
Moving on up
Moving on up
to the east side,
to a deluxe
a
apartment
deluxe apartment.
in the sky.
In the sky. I like it. So, again, thanks, guys, for listening. Like Randy said, you can find us on our social medias. You can rate us, review us, do whatever you want. Tell us that Ernest is not as good, even though you're fucking wrong. We're just here. We'll listen.
You
Hey,
are wrong.
on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a comment, again, telling us we're wrong or right, or you agree with everything, or we look stupid. I don't care. We're here for that.
Yes. I would love to tell all of you you're incorrect.
Incorrect. But with that, thanks, guys, for listening. Have a good one. See you on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.